You're watching the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
Jacksonville Jaguars with a performance nobody saw coming. And I don't know if I'm more stunned at the fact that they lost last week in the fourth quarter or more stunned that they had this performance on Sunday. And obviously we'd all rather be stunned this way, but it was that kind of performance. I mean, it almost left you numb in a sense that, like, did that just happen? Is it this easy against a good football team that in part didn't show up, but the Jaguars really did, and that's the story. And golly, you go back to a week ago here, Austen Lane, and you say, okay, well, wait a minute, Liam Cohen, did he say too much about the defense? How's this going to go? Like, where's this thing go from here? And, talk about a culture win. That might have been a culture win. I mean, this maybe it is different. I texted Tony Baselli late in that fourth quarter. I was like, hey, maybe it is different. You guys deserve some credit for that. Absolutely, right? I mean, they think it is. They say it is. Well, you have to prove it is. Yeah. And to me, yesterday was a proof that at least for now, this thing does feel different.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, let's go ahead and get the panic button out of there, Hamby. I think we're good for.
I shrunk it dramatically.
No, I mean, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort, but I think at least for this week,
okay,
you have been relieved of your duties.
Do we have a penthouse button?
Never thought we'd be here after that Chargers game, after that Houston performance, and maybe they go hand in hand, right? Maybe the way that you lost against Houston helped boost you and motivate you to come out there like you did against the Chargers. My voice is shot, and that's just, it is what it is.
Am I going to have to put a camera on you at the game when you go with Ronan? I didn't know you get into the game like that.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, of course. I mean, come on. I think the playoffs were on the line for that game.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a great game to be a part of, especially, too, because, like, Chargers fans don't really travel that well.
Nah,
so
it was a decent amount, but
I mean, I guess we're more like in the Jaguars section. I will say, condolences to the poor little girl who had the Justin Herbert sign, who walked out in the fourth quarter. Jaguars fans were not nice to her,
really?
And like I felt a little bad. And even Ronan was getting ready. I'm like, dude, just hey, I'm off for cheering, but like let's just chill this one out. But no, it was a great performance all around. And once again, I think we talked about last week when we came in here on a losing Monday, talking about how, the guys that you're counting on aren't making plays. And we saw Josh Hines-Allen. We saw Trayvon Walker. You saw Trevor Lawrence make some plays. Like, that's what it has to be. And I think a lot of guys in that locker room after that Texans game, I think, the coaching staff maybe piled on a little bit because we heard it in the post-game press conference. We didn't get to see the locker room. We didn't get to see, like, the behind the scenes after that game and everything. I think these coaches held these players accountable. And when I say held these players accountable, lit a fire underneath their ass and said, that's not good enough. Now, you have to pick and choose your spots when you do that, because if you do that and it looks more the same, well, then maybe you lose your team.
Yeah.
But you did not lose your team. You've gained almost a completely different team, and it was a fantastic performance. And now, don't get me wrong. Like, if the Chargers played the worst game, maybe.
Probably.
But like, this is who the Chargers were, and I actually broke this down in the pregame. They're not an East Coast team, and this is where you have to give Jaguars credit, because they've been to the West Coast and they performed. Getting ready to go to Arizona now, and I don't know if you call it the West Coast or not, but there is some travel, there is some time differences. But when you break down the Chargers of what they've done on the East Coast, lost to the Giants, should have probably lost to the Dolphins, and got taken to the limit by the Tennessee Titans all on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So that's who they are. But the cool thing is that the Jaguars didn't let them off the hook.
Yeah.
And they actually piled on. It was great to see.
Yeah, I think we just saw the standard in Jacksonville is what I just said, right? I mean, I think we know what it's supposed to look like when things go well. Now, listen, I'm not sitting here telling you every week it's going to look like that. We're not dumb enough to know that. You shouldn't be dumb enough to know that, to think that, right? I mean, that's not the way the league works. Mm-hmm. But we haven't really seen the standard. We've seen some good stuff in the first month of the year. You see turnovers and everything. Again, things that you can't rely on every week. But what you saw yesterday is something, I think, and really what you probably saw in practice all week, is something that you can rely on. And so it's not as important for us to see the standard. I really feel like for those guys in the room to see the standard, for Liam Cohen and everybody else to showcase that and have them reveal that and see it on a Sunday is now something you can go back to. And like we wonder, well, hey, it was quiet during the week, right? That's what Liam Cohen kept saying. Not a lot of talking, not a lot of rah-rah stuff. It was more like we're pissed off. I never heard the word pissed, by the way, in a news conference so much than yesterday.
Especially after a win.
By reporters and players and coaches. And like it used to be a word that you kind of stayed away from. Now it's like, the.
Oh, yeah, man. Come on.
And I'm okay with that. I'm just saying. But anyway, there was intentionality is my guess in their work, in their focus. And I think Josh Hines-Allen kind of hinted at that as well. And then the result was something that can travel, right? You can be really good in the trenches. Mm-hmm. You can be really good in your communication. You can be just go play football or whatever they want to say. I mean, that is such a fine line between being kind of, hey, don't make mistakes and also just go play football, right? But that's where I think the standard is. And we saw that, and they've talked about it, but we hadn't really seen it in its entirety. And we got a chance to see it. I mean, the special teams was terrific. Even though special teams didn't really have to play, for the most part, the kickoff return stuff was fantastic. Yasir Abdullah was out of his mind on kickoffs in that game. So all the way down. And I think what you said is really, I don't know what they said. We heard they got into him. And ETN even acknowledged that they got into him. And I think that also is going to be a fine line with Liam Cohen because he is fiery, man. I mean, if you watch the TV copy late in that game, it's like 35-6, and he's still like locked in. I mean, like super intense. He throws the iPad or the Surface or whatever at one time. Like it's 35-6, dude. Soak it in. But he's really. We'll see if it burns him at some point. But he's got a lot of the fire and intensity, actually, that you would say of a Dan Campbell. Like I see him. Like I see that intensity, and I think that comes across sometimes in those meetings on a Monday when things don't look good. And I think they got that last Monday and probably a little bit on Saturday night before the game too.
Yeah, I mean, I think that intensity was key in turning this whole thing around, and it's a beautiful thing when you have a matrimony of intensity but also game planning and IQ. And a lot of this has to do, I feel like, with the game plan that Liam Cohen brought in to take on the Chargers, which I thought was a genius game plan. And we can kind of break that down a little bit as well. But when you talk about what the Chargers brought to the table in terms of their defense, a lot of people talked about Khalil Mack, and Khalil Mack will probably be a Hall of Famer one day. But the one thing that I think Khalil Mack doesn't do well, and maybe I think this Chargers defense doesn't do well, is that they take liberties in kind of doing what they want. You saw this with Max Crosby a couple weeks ago. Well, you see it with Khalil Mack as well. Like when you're vested, when you're a pro for this long in the NFL, you get the chance to kind of do whatever you want, and sometimes you can get away with it. And where you saw the outside zone a lot against the Raiders, and to put it in layman's terms, if you saw motion against the Raiders, keep in mind, because we're talking about Max Crosby now against the Raiders. Max Crosby goes wherever he wants, right? Khalil Mack, predominantly until they changed it up a little bit, was on the right side of our right side of the football. So what Liam Cohen decided to do is, hey, we showed a lot against the Raiders where when we run motion, we run to the motion, right? So basically, to the layman, once again, if there's motion, there's a receiver, there's a tight end, you're going to run towards that spot. Liam Cohen flipped the script and said, all right, let's put Khalil Mack on notice. Let's put the ends on notice. Instead of running to the motion, let's run away from the motion. Let's do a lot of split zone. And split zone is great if you have defensive ends that don't do the responsibilities and if you have tight ends that can block. And yesterday you saw a lot of split zone. You saw a lot of
5 times I counted.
Oh, yeah. And you saw Khalil Mack take his liberties and go inside when you got to stay outside, and their other edge guy as well. But you also saw great blocking by whether it's Quentin Morris, whether it was Johnny Munt. Like, they did a great job of that split zone. And then also, too, they ran a little inside zone where then they brought the tight end in motion. But long story short, it was physical. It was enforcing your will on that defense. And then when you did that, Well, then that opened up Trevor Lawrence in the pass game.
Quinn Morris was throwing his body around, too.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think all the tight ends that were counted on a block in those split zones did a fantastic job. Like, the Chargers did not have an answer for it. And really the only answer is you got to be disciplined on the edge. And they were not disciplined yesterday. And I think that's game planning. I think that's the Chargers watching that Raiders game going, okay, they're probably running a lot of outside zone again, pitches and everything. No, it was the exact opposite, and that comes right to Liam Cohen really, showing one thing on film and then flipping the script and running something completely different.
I think this was such a Liam Cohen game in so many respects because of what you just said. I think he showed his smarts in terms of the game plan. I think he showed his creativity and smarts in these long drives when they weren't 2nd and 13. No offensive penalties. And so when you have that, you look at his offense and you're like, wow, man, that eye candy was awesome. I just love the dressing up of the plays. I talked to Trevor a little bit after the game, was telling him, like, listen, I've been around here a long time, and it's so vanilla so often because you're not dynamic on offense. Whatever. Even when they're giving the ball to Maurice Jones-Drew, it's not really dressed up. I was telling him, like, I remember 22-23, it seemed like things were dressed up a bit. Like, I always go back to the Christian Kirk in the backfield kind of stuff. That's my, like, illustration of dressing it up. It just looks a little bit different, right? Guys in motion, guys going way behind the line of scrimmage. Well, we got a lot of that yesterday. And like, there was a time, I just went back and watched some of it this morning, which I never do either, but I just wanted to make sure I saw it the way I saw it. And, I mean, there was a time where, like, ETN is, like, out behind the, like, even with Trevor, but almost right behind the tight end. Not, like, next to him, but, like, way out.
Yeah.
And then he pulls him back in. Right. But I'm just saying he, like, sets him up way out there. And just stuff like that where I thought they were running, when they ran in motion, they were running like deeper in motion sometimes. So you're almost like, what's about to happen here? Too. What's that?
They even had ETN lined up as the half fullback, H-back, right behind the left guard.
Yeah. And, I mean, they put two out in the passing game down under the goal line. I mean, they just were doing a lot of different things. And I think that's a little bit of, hey, you can get down your call sheet because you're in a rhythm of an 11-play drive or a 16-play drive as well. No,
without a doubt. But once again, I just think, and this is what Liam Cohen does great. Okay, granted, the Texans did not look good, right? I mean, in the first half it did. Second half,
3 quarters it did.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, once again, I think you got some help, obviously, the Texans in the first half and everything. But those are 2 bookends in Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr., right? So, like, you couldn't have that game plan yesterday against the Texans. But they saw, like, hey, Khalil Mack, and I get he's still a name and he's playing better, but, like, we can try to exploit that a little bit. And they did. And once again, you couldn't really exploit it against the Raiders because Max Crosby goes wherever he wants. So if you're trying to run split zone, well, you got to pray, okay, is Max Crosby to our side or not? You don't play that game. So I thought it was a great game plan. I thought, they executed it well, and I thought, like, once again, the offense did their part, and this is really the first game I can think of, maybe the Carolina game, where all 3 phases contributed, where all 3 phases played at a very high level, and that's what you can get. Like, they showed you when they play complementary football, when you're running the football, when you're playing great defense, getting after the quarterback, and obviously special teams, when your number is called, you do your thing. Although it wasn't called a lot, didn't really punt, did you? But, like, that's a testament to the offense. But that's really the first game this year where it felt like, you know what, all 3 phases won that game.
Yeah, and again, I don't know if you can do that all the time, but boy, did it look dominant when it was good. And they were without 6 starters. They're out 4 of them on offense, 2 on defense. Well, really 3 if you count Travis Hunter. And there you go. So, but back to Liam for a second. They ran it 47 times. It's the most in the NFL this year.
Insane.
And to your point, 40 times in between the tackles. So, like, they were just like, hey, you can't beat us. My favorite play in the game is the ETN touchdown run, and Hainsey's sitting there at the goal line, and he's just like,
oh, yeah, going crazy.
Well, he mauled, I know it was DB, Henley, I believe is his name, Dion Henley. Yeah. But he ran him 15 yards then put him in the ground.
Yeah, but that was like, to me, that was the play of the game because it's just like you don't see offensive linemen celebrate very often like that.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, to have awesome. And again, these trenches have been under fire a little bit over the last month, right?
And maybe he's getting a little bit more healthy even than when he came back because of that hamstring. Maybe it lingered a little bit.
Yeah, and by the way, shout out to Cole Van Lannon, man. That dude's going jumbo package 3 weeks ago to left guard last week to right tackle this week.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, I didn't think they missed a beat.
I can't remember
Might be a
the
story
play.
this week for
I
us.
wish I did. But there was a play where he put Khalil Mack in the dirt. Like, I think they were running stretch to the left, and Mack was on the right, right outside of Van Lanen's hip, and he just put him right into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
I think the obvious question, I asked this question in the locker room to guys, and I don't know if there's ever an easy answer, but I think, why? Like, why? So let's go to the defensive side of the ball. Like, why does it look like it did last week in the fourth quarter?
Well,
and why does it look like it did against Justin Herbert in this offense? Like, the gap there is just enormous. And by the way, even let's just take the fourth quarter alone and look at the situation in the fourth quarter where when you have the Texans down 29-10, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go get an Antonio Johnson pick. You're supposed to pressure the QB and make him more frustrated. And you're supposed to basically be able to take a knee on offense and run the clock out. Like, that's what happened yesterday. They did it. They learned from it. I mean, why you didn't do that the week prior and why you could do that yesterday really for an entire game, but specifically in the fourth. I mean, look at these numbers yesterday against Justin Herbert and a Chargers offense that has a lot of weapons. Did Ladd McConkey play in this football game? Had no idea if he did. Keenan Allen made two really nice plays. Well, really one nice play, and he made another third down catch. Outside of that, nothing. I mean, the numbers are anemic for the Chargers.
Yeah, Herbert looked, not good, and he missed Ladd on what would have been a pretty big gain.
Was that in the first half?
Yeah, that would have been let me think. Yeah, first half, third down. Yeah, Ladd across, but doesn't even see him because it was chaotic in the backfield for him. This is, and once again, if you want to talk about
that might have been the BJ Green play.
No. Well, there's a couple of them. Okay. There's one where he goes in a different direction. I think he goes to Keenan Allen, but he had Ladd wide open.
I got you.
But this is what happens, once again, without repeating myself too much. It's complementary football. Jaguars in a lot of zone coverage, right? And if you want to talk about the Chargers, what they could do well, they could sink down, they could find zone coverage because they have great receivers. Like, we were worried about them all week.
I had no idea they were going to stop them.
Exactly. I don't think anybody did. But the weakness was the tackle position. And this was an example of where you had Josh Hines, Allen, Trayvon Walker, BJ, whoever, Stragnow, whatever.
Strigow.
Yeah, Strigow was doing his thing. Like, didn't matter who's on the edge. They were getting home. And it wasn't playing outside yourself. Like, how ironic that Josh Hines, Allen sack to set the franchise record literally was pretty much the identical play to the Davis Mills touchdown run. But instead of, like, getting sucked up field and instead of trying to play outside himself, what does he do? Just bull rushes and literally gets right in the quarterback's lap, and he gets the sack. Now, on the backside, you had the game being ran by, I think it was Trayvon and Eric Armstead. But once again, like, literally, if you would have did that against the Texans, probably would have won that game too.
Yeah.
But this is an example of just –
learned.
No, and this is my point. This is an example of playing within yourself, right? And I'm sure the coaches reiterated that nonstop this week. And a lot of the pass rush was playing within itself. They didn't get fancy. They didn't try to rush up field, spin back in. There was a lot of bull rush. There was a couple games every once in a while, but it was really just the meat and potatoes. Like, you didn't see a lot of exotic blitzes or anything because they didn't have to do it.
Didn't have to, yeah.
And that helped the back end when you're going zone coverage. So credit to the defensive line, credit to literally that entire defense because once again, and I get the offensive line was, for the Chargers, was makeshift. But you still got to produce.
Yeah, Houston's offensive line wasn't anything great last week.
Because against Houston, it was much of the same, and you couldn't.
And the Chargers' offense, it hadn't missed a beat in the last month.
No. Well, I mean,
they put up 37 against Minnesota, 27 against
yeah,
Tennessee.
But to be fair, Pittsburgh kind of lit them up. Like the last game,
25 points.
I know, but look at how many times Herbert got hit.
I'm just saying though.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, they've been averaging like about 30 points a game.
Yeah, they were still being able to function. Yesterday, they couldn't function. Right. I do think there's a little bit of this that's just
they played really bad.
Way to color in yesterday, by the way, on that full screen there. I think you could have kept today.
I just wanted to see if you noticed.
Yeah, I just did at the end. I think this goes back. We love to talk about the psychology of sports, and there is that in play. The Jags obviously got a fire lit under them. If you go back to the Houston game, that dude had a fire lit under him, the young tackle against Josh Hines Allen. He got lit up in the first meeting. And he played really well. Like, that's sports, right? That's competition. And so there is an element of that where you've got the Chargers coming in here across the country, really playing at 10 a.m. They're not as motivated as a Jags team. Now, we didn't know if the Jags would be this motivated. We wondered how they would handle it, but it turns out they were obviously motivated. So I think it's a little bit of sports at play. But how do you? What did I kill the Jags for last week? It's like, where's the edge? Mm-hmm. Like in your building, it says edge like everywhere. You're supposed to have edge. And I guess what? I think Liam Cohen killed him for it too. Like, what? Where is that? Like, we're going to play with that no matter what. Now, how can you find that even in a win? We'll see. This team has not always handled success very well in the last few years, this group of players. It's a team that couldn't find that edge at 8-3 and find a way to win a couple years ago. So they were 4-1 at one point this season, and now they're 6-4. But at the same time, I think we know this is a team that when they play against people that are kind of on their equal or even lower, they've got the ability to dominate. And I think with that offensive line, they dominated. The good news is they've got a lot of those kind of teams coming up on the schedule. Like they've got by the tough part of their schedule. How are they against the elite teams? I think that's still in question because of what they did against the Rams in Seattle and a Houston front, right? But I think they show when, all is kind of equal, or even if they're a little bit above on paper or something, or a little below on paper, they can pull a pretty dominant effort in the running game, in the trenches, because we saw it the first month of the year too. So I think there's something there, and that gives you some hope over the last 7 games that they could maybe find a little bit of a run here. And they played cleaner football. I mean, gosh, bury the lead. 0 penalties on offense. 0.
I know. Crazy.
Insane.
Which nobody, I mean, that would have been plus 1,800 on Hard Rock Bet.
Yeah. No, it was, yeah. And once again, like, what a surprise. You don't have any pre-snap penalties. You don't have self-inflicted injuries. Look what happens. Self-inflicted injuries, self-inflicted, penalties.
Yeah.
And look what happens. Like, it goes hand in hand. It's not a surprise.
Yeah. But it's not easy to do every week, I guess. I'm not going to expect that performance every week. But how can you get closer to that performance on a weekly basis? That's the next phase for this organization, I think. That's how you win for not just this season, but into the year 2 and 3, once you say, hey, this is how we play.
I mean, I get playing at home has something to do with it, obviously, right? Crowd is quiet when you're on offense. They're trying to let you work and everything. But when you have a makeshift tight end group, when you have a backup right tackle in, when you have all these different things and you're having success, like, that's got to be the standard then.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's supposed to look like. So, yeah, this was a great showing. And now in doing that showing, you showed, okay, this is who we are. This is what we should do. So now the standard has been lifted. And now can you keep that standard for the next couple games? Because you're deep in the playoff hunt now.
Yeah, man. Raise the floor, right? Is that's a little bit. Somebody asked in the chat. Just I don't want this question to get away. Sean said, between the Jags and Texans, who has the head-to-head since it was split? How does that work, just for future understanding purposes? So, depends on how many people. If it's just between the Jags and Houston, for the division title, it would go to division record. For a wild card, I think it goes to
AFC?
conference record instead of the division record, I'm pretty sure. But keep an eye on the division record and also the conference record. And right now, both Houston and the Jags are 4-2. And that's why I said all along, this Chargers win is massive. The Jags now have tiebreakers over the Chargers and the Chiefs. That is huge at the end of the day because the head-to-head. But then if there's like a 3 or 4-way tie, which I really think there's a path for many teams to get to 10-7. But if the Jags can have these head-to-heads, that helps. And then on top of it, the conference record. And the Jags have one more game against the NFC, and everything else is against the conference. Mm-hmm. So to be honest with you, if there's one game on, now they're going to probably lose more than one game. If they win just one, or if they lose just one more game, they're going to win the division, in my opinion. But they would because they'd sweep the Colts. But if the game to lose here on out is really this week against the Cardinals, because it doesn't hurt you in the conference standings. Now, again, nobody wants to see them go lose the Cardinals. This would be a nice time to also get on a winning streak. But if you're going to lose to the Jets or the Cardinals or the Broncos or the Cardinals, you'd rather lose to the Cardinals in a lot of these tie-break situations, is my point. So we'll see how that shapes up. But it's a massive win in so many respects because now, like, you can start eyeballing 10 wins. Mm-hmm. If they were 5-5, it would be really hard to do. 10 wins is going to be an interesting number as you start to really break things down. There are Houston, Baltimore, Pittsburgh if Baltimore passes them, the Chiefs at 5-5, the Chargers at 7-4. The Bills, to me, look clear of that at 7-3, but they still have some tough ones. We'll see. And they're not playing great football all the time, so they don't look great, although they did yesterday with Josh Allen. So we'll see where it shakes out. But the Jags are right in the mix, I think, with 9 teams, basically, 9 or 10 teams for 7 spots. And that Colts thing is not out of question. The Colts, go look at the Colts schedule. The Colts better, now they can beat them, but they better play well. And they've got a desperate Chiefs team next week.
The Colts talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but when it comes down, the Jaguars have to beat the Colts. Like, I mean, we can sit here and say the Colts.
Sweep them, I would think.
Well, yeah, but I think if you split them, like that's, I mean, let the Colts do whatever they want to do. You still got to beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you got to win the home game against the Colts, split the Colts, and you better beat Tennessee twice.
Yep.
Right? That's and then you hopefully beat the Jets, and that's 10 wins. Mm-hmm. Now, if you can get 11th on top of that, we'll see. How about the Bears atop the AFC North? It's unbelievable.
They're frauds.
Welcome to the NFL. They're frauds.
How are they? I mean, yeah.
I don't know, man. When you win in this league, the Chiefs weren't frauds when they won 11-0 last year in one-score games, and now they can't win a one-score game.
I think I'm just saying that because I had the Vikings in my wager.
A little bitterness.
It cost me.
Do we think? I mean, I know Green Bay got it done, but are Green Bay a little bit of a frauds?
I think that's the conversation we had last week. Because where are their quality wins?
And I thought, like, right, maybe put it together against the Giants, who are,
Yeah, guys. I think we get into this, and I try to warn against this. This isn't college football, right? Like that's the thing. I mean, the Packers. Are they overrated? I'm not sure. I'd like the Packers' chance to beat almost anybody in the National Football League when they kick it off. But they're not dominant by any means, but neither are the Lions. You'd still have faith in them. The Chiefs, I would take almost against anybody in the National Football League next Sunday, and they don't look great.
Correct, but I can sit here and say with the Chiefs, I have faith that Patrick Mahomes and Rashee Rice and everybody could get it done. With the Lions, I can say they're probably the most explosive team with Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you get Gibbs involved in the pass game like they did last night. Also kick a field goal. But with the Packers, like, what are you confident right now with the Packers?
Yeah.
How do they beat you?
Defense,
Josh Jacobs?
But yeah.
What else?
No, I get it.
And he's out.
I know.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, I'm not telling you. I'm just saying I think there are a few elite teams. I really think the Rams right now feel elite to me. And I think the Eagles just find ways to win.
They do.
And they don't even crush people, right? I mean, but they find ways to win against a very hard schedule. And I think that's what we're in a league of people finding ways to win. And right now the Jags are in a pretty good category of that, which is nice. So we'll see. Listen, there's a lot to get to here. Are we about to see the emergence of Facial Tootin more? Now, assuming his health is okay, and I think it's okay. What happens when Brian Thomas Jr. comes back, I think this week, and maybe even Brenton Strange? There's also a criticism of Trevor's game over the last year that I feel like has changed this year, and I haven't heard as much of it, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. The Jags might get some reinforcements here over the next week or two that will make you feel even better about where they're going, but will that blend in, or is this team, as it is, finding its way with guys like Danny Strigow and B.J. Green, So we'll talk a lot about that coming up here. A lot of Jags talk. And, of course, we got our Monday morning quarterback, the playoff picture we already just kind of looked at a bit. How about the Ramsey and Chase deal? Shame on Jamar Chase there. And, hey, we want your chatter in the comments on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook. We'll get to them. And everybody happy. It's a happy Monday. Enjoyable. Very enjoyable. Are you mad about anything?
Oh.
Can you find something to complain about?
Oh, yeah.
I got one.
I got a few things.
I got something that hit my ears funny, guys, in the postgame, and I'm not sure anybody would figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Not to say I'm smarter than everybody.
No, but your ears.
I'm not sure. I just might have bigger ears. But I might also be reading into it too much. What do you say?
Satellites.
Satellite ears. Man. Yes. Not eyes, but ears. We'll be back. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. And most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now, the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, Honda has what you need.
The Honda Talon. Ultimate performance meets family-friendly fun. Prices starting at $363 a month. Or the sporty Honda CBR 650 starting at an affordable $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from a full line of Honda products. Only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
This guy.
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah.
Why didn't he go to the ground?
I mean, you just know that he was just outgunning out man if you pull one of those.
Man, what a flail. That's worse than LeBron.
Also, like, why is Josh Hines Allen's towering over? Like, it's crazy. Yeah.
Hey, congrats to Josh Hines Allen, number 56 for him. And he's getting a lot of heat in the last week or so. And I don't know if all that's earned, but some of it might be with the play of last week. And overall, the sacks haven't been there. But as we've been saying, as you know, I mean, it was a heck of a performance from Trayvon on his first play of the game.
Yeah.
Which is really too bad you don't get a sack on that play. They used to call in the grass a lot, and that could have been an in the grass play. I remember that as a kid. They don't call that anymore, like hardly at all, in the grass. And but here's Josh beating Tony Brackett's 22-year-old record. And, I mean, listen, this is significant, and this is what I've said for a long time in Jacksonville. I've been here 18 years, and there are two positions during a lot of my time here that they have just not been able to replace. Now, obviously, the quarterback's one, but outside of that, the receiver. We went a long time in Jacksonville until Allen Robinson, I think, in 2015. So a decade without a 1,000-yard receiver since Jimmy Smith in 2005. And now the Jags have done better at that wide receiver position, in fairness to him, ever since. I mean, for a time there was Allen Hurns and Robinson and even Marquise that were making plays. That was better than the previous 5, 6, 7 years. And then, obviously, you even have DJ Chark go to a Pro Bowl. And then now you've got the Brian Thomas Jr.'s of the world, like the Zay Jones and that rendition of Christian Kirk. Like, their receivers have been way better in the last 10 years than were in the previous. And they still don't have – well, we don't know if they have a stud like a lot of teams. Like, they still haven't had that dude, you know? They've had flashes of it, but right now it looks like Brian Thomas Jr. might be more of a DJ Chark, like have the big year and then what else, right? We just don't know. It's way early. But the other one is pass rush. I mean, and you saw the list there. When you have Yannick Ngakoue and Calais Campbell that were here for like three years for Calais, and he's top 5 all time. Mm-hmm. When you have Jan, who was here for, I think, 4, before 3.5, before getting traded, 37.5. Yannick Ngakoue can't stay with the team, and he's 3rd all time in Jags history in sacks. Like, they just have not been able to get this. And so, as you do, on occasion, hammer Josh Hines Allen, remember, this is an organization that can't find those guys and hasn't been able to find those guys in a league that really can find those guys. So this is part of the equation, in my opinion, to get guys that can go catch the football and have 1,000-yard big plays, to go get the quarterback that can make big-time throws, to go get pass rushers. And are they T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett? Probably not. But I know I get caught in this a lot, and I do, and I'm guilty of it. But relatively speaking, these dudes are on a different planet than what the Jags have had over their time.
Yeah,
I'm guilty of that a bit on Trevor. He makes throws that I just haven't seen in Jacksonville. And I probably get a little carried away with that. But same with Josh. I mean, his seasons and overall his play. And I think Trayvon is on his way to joining that list pretty soon, like sooner rather than later as a 24-year-old guy. Yeah. So, again, I'm guilty of that a bit, but I also think you got to be a little careful to move on from those guys. You can always yearn and want for more, but it's not easy to replace it all, is what I try to say. Because the Jags have been looking for those kind of dudes for 20-plus years. So hats off to Josh. I thought it was really cool what Trevor said about Josh. He's like, it's awesome to see a guy get that, but it's even more awesome to see a guy who's the person that Josh is get that. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of respect. And him and Trevor have been through quite a bit now over the last handful of years, and sometimes in the same boat. So I just thought it was kind of a neat thing, and we know what he's done for the franchise in the city. I always say this about Josh, and I'll say it one more time. He's a guy that when everybody else was trying to walk out the door in 2019, he said, I want to be here. I want to help fix it. I want to flip it. Well, in many respects, he's kind of helped flip that at times with 56 career sacks and now the all-time leader. And he's going to run away with that thing now.
Yeah,
if
as
he's
he
here
should.
For another few years.
He should be. Yeah.
I'd like to see more this year still.
Yep.
This is your Monday Morning Quarterback Report driven by your local Hyundai dealers. And now there's even more to love. You got to love that win. And, gosh, I could go with a lot of different things here. You could go the QB. I'm going to hold the QB off for a moment. I want to go to the running game. Bashal Tutin had his best game in a Jags uniform. It just looked so good. And now, I think, you know me, love Travis Etienne, and he's been their best player on offense this season.
Did you see the body language of Travis Etienne during the game?
I didn't notice that as much, so you can give us something on that. But it was 19 carries, 3.8 yards per carry, which I would not have guessed for Etienne. I saw that last night. I was like, wow, 3.8 yards a carry? Felt better than that. I thought he had some good runs, really good runs. But then Tutin looked really explosive, right? And look what it was, 15 for 74. Are we seeing a 1-2 punch, Austin? Are we going to see the emergence of Tutin like we saw Bucky Irving? Because I still think Etienne's doing a hell of a job.
Ripley, 47 for 192 is correct.
Are we seeing the changeover, though? Or was that just a one-game way it worked out?
No, I mean, I think you might be seeing it because I thought Etienne might have been a little banged up in the first half because they kept on rotating Tutin in. And then, like, if you kind of saw Etienne wanted to go in a lot when he wasn't in. So it's kind of a delicate balance where Tutin is the future, and he's probably even, nothing against Etienne, but Tutin obviously has the explosiveness, right? And then you have Etienne, who's kind of been the dependable guy all year. So I feel like, it's a great problem to have because you have two capable backs now, but it's also a delicate balance where you don't want to, like, piss anybody off.
Yeah.
To say piss one word, because everyone's saying that, I guess, these days. So I liked the balance yesterday. I thought obviously the numbers speak for themselves, but I'm not ready to sit here and say, okay, Tutin's the guy going forward. Like, I still think you also have to give Etienne his reps because, once again, if it comes down to where you're not running the ball so much, you have to depend on the pass game a little more. I probably trust Etienne a little more right now versed in this offense than I do with Tutin.
Yeah, and there's some of that. I don't know where he is offensively. It's hard to tell where the guys are in terms of getting it. But Etienne has earned. This isn't like a one-game change. I'm not trying to even suggest that. I just think we got a lot more carries out of Tutin in this game.
Of course.
And one thing to notice is he has not had a ton of carries. I don't even know what his season carries are. I haven't looked it up. But I think he was averaging 5, so that would make it, those 9 games, 45. It was just under 45, under 50 carries. So the point there is his legs are fresh. And so you're in the back half of the year where people are getting tired, and you can now insert a guy for more than he was because, one, he gets the offense a little bit better. He's got fresher legs. He gives you a dynamic that I wouldn't say is completely different than Etienne, actually. But he gives you that dynamic that you can get into the football game.
He's got 60.
And now he's got 60. Yeah, again, by 3-1 difference of what he was coming in averaging. And he might even got a couple more if he didn't get banged up late. I think he is okay, by the way. It feels and everything you're hearing and it should be fine. But yeah, I just wonder now what it looks like going forward. And they're not going to run it 47 times a game to get that. But I think Etienne has been fantastic. I thought he was fantastic yesterday, even though the stats might say 3.8 a carry. I still think he was really good.
Yeah.
But I just thought Bashal Tutin, that was a nice compliment. And that was an explosive. He almost took off for the one. Almost had the big one.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, it was, listen, that's what you talk about in terms of enforcing your will and playing a physical brand of football. And they ran it, 47 times?
Yeah.
That's especially like in the modern NFL now where everyone's that's who you are. That's your identity. And I get it's not going to work like that every single game. But if you're getting around 30 to 35 rushes a game, you have a great shot of winning.
Well, we asked this question, I think it was last week, but maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I'm not really sure when it came. It was in the last 10, 12 days. And the idea was, is Etienne going to hand this room off to the young guys? Are the Jags, is he playing himself into a contract? Which he is going to play himself into a contract of some kind. But can the Jags still move on from a business standpoint and say, hey, we love you, but from a dollar standpoint, we feel good about the guys we've invested in. We're going to go get another veteran a little bit cheaper and these guys are now going to be our featured backs. Mm-hmm. And I think when you asked that question a couple of weeks ago, people were like, I don't know. Like ETN, it was mixed. It was like ETN.
I'm a big proponent of re-signing him. I was leading that.
I was more on I think you drafted these guys to take over from a business standpoint, and I love ETN. Mm-hmm. But I think yesterday gives you more of an illustration of, oh, wait a minute now, 15 carries for Tootin look damn good. And we continue to see great play out of LaQuinn Allen. And him running the rock is pretty good. It's not just pass pro. So he can do it in times.
Well, and if you keep on running Tootin and you take away ETN, you might get a discount then, because now all of a sudden the price tag maybe drops a little bit because he's not, putting over 100 yards a game rushing and everything, and maybe that helps the Jaguars out as well.
Well, the reality is right now I don't care about any of that stuff. It's about how do you win a football game on a Sunday, and those dudes were awesome yesterday. So what a compliment. And I know you guys hate the Wildcat, but I like it again. I thought they did
Didn't
it again.
say I hated it.
I
did not say I hated it.
You think it worked yesterday? Or what was that dude's name from the Chargers that made it was stopped dead to rights, and the guy, go back and watch the play. Like, Harbaugh, I feel like is an intense individual. If he doesn't headbutt that linebacker who missed that tackle on the touchdown, like that play. I mean, and I get it. Like, what was it? First down?
I think it was a first down.
Troy Dye. Yeah, it was Troy Dye. Troy Dye had that play dead to rights. All you had to do was literally just wrap him up, and he chooses to just like lean with his shoulder and completely misses the play.
Yeah.
But like, hey, it worked. Congratulations, you got a touchdown. But like, I don't think it was because of like it was a great play call. I think the defense more of just had a bust.
And they pretty much ran Wildcat with Trevor Lawrence.
That's what I was saying.
That quarterback power play is pretty much the exact same play.
They did. That was a different. I thought it was going to be a draw, and they ended up doing that. I thought they almost were. I thought Travis Etienne was going to pitch it to Trevor.
Man, if that got blown up, oh boy.
No, I'm glad they didn't. I'm just saying I thought he was, because I was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Then he could have thrown it. Every Jags fan in history would have been yelling at the TV for him to throw the ball out of bounds.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, I think ETN's come. You know what I figured out a little bit about the Wildcat guys is I think they feel like if they run that, you're not going to lose yards. You know what I mean? Like, it's at least a straightforward. If it goes for nothing, it goes for nothing. But it's not going. It doesn't feel like it's going to lose yards. You don't bring in the timing mechanism of pitching it back or anything else, and somebody beats a guy and is a tackle for a loss. It's harder to do it if you're taking the Wildcat and just running right into the line. The other thing, somebody asked us about this earlier, and I would concur. We saw more pitches, like short pitches, to the running backs.
That one
rather
he just
than
threw.
handoffs, right? Mm-hmm. Like we saw more of that. We have seen it, but doesn't it feel like we saw more like where you normally would feel like a handoff's coming?
Talk about in the run game in
Just
general?
in the run game in general. Like, look at the touchdown to Tootin.
Yeah.
But there are earlier plays too. Like, it's like they're like pitch, not toss plays out to the outside.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's pitching the ball back to the running back.
Yeah.
Rather than handing him off.
I mean, it's
felt more
a
than
timing.
normal.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just a timing thing. Are you talking about like when they run the split zones and stuff?
I think maybe it did come on a lot of that split zone stuff.
Yeah, I think it's more of just like a timing standpoint. Because I mean, you have to get in time with the tight end to cross over.
Yeah, it feels like it could be dangerous
to do.
Yeah,
against certain defenses, maybe. Yeah, sure.
But anyway, again, it looked different. The offense looked different to me. The dressing up of plays and some of the plays, and felt like he was just in the bag a bit and really in the rhythm, the best rhythm we've seen as the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars as well. What kind of difference, or how easily will Brian Thomas Jr. and Brenton Strange just come right back and fit in? I mean, what they're doing right now?
Yeah, I think Strange, obviously, once again, like in terms of run blocking, the tight end position was not the issue yesterday. But I think if you want to keep running that split zone like you saw, once again, I think it has to line up properly in terms of who you're playing against. But now you can start putting that split zone and saying, instead of blocking, let's send Brenton Strange out on a route and get him the football, because when the guy has the ball in his hands, he can make people miss. So I just think that from Brenton Strange's standpoint, it opens up the offense even more because he is so dynamic. He is probably your best run blocker at tight end, but also your best pass catcher. So that opens the playbook up even more. And I think with Brian Thomas Jr., it's all about that deep threat, right? Because now we have Jacoby Myers who's starting to cement himself as kind of the sure-handed possession guy that you need. Parker Washington in the slot, is still going to do his thing going forward. And now if you have a guy that can take off the top and keep the secondary on their heels a little bit, now you have something. And that's what Brian Thomas Jr. can do. So you don't need Brian Thomas Jr. to run across the middle, and we don't have to have that whole narrative again. But what we can have Brian Thomas Jr. now do is, hey, once, twice, 3 times a game, let's send you on that go route and see what you can do.
Yeah. Okay, guys, this gets me to something that was brought up a lot last year. I haven't heard it mentioned this year, and that was Trevor doesn't throw to the middle of the field. Remember last year? You guys remember that conversation?
Yeah.
It was like he doesn't use the middle of the field. Doesn't use the middle of the field. That was one of the criticisms. Again,
I feel like that was more so the play calling. You thought it was Trevor?
Well,
That's how I remember it.
It depends which side of the fence you're on, right?
Sure.
I mean, it's all Trevor's fault if you're critical of him. It's not his fault if you're not critical of him. Like that's
I just
where
remember
we're at
it was Doug
Trevor,
and Chris.
Right?
Don't call the crossers.
But I think the reality is there was a lot of conversation last year that he wasn't using the middle of the field. And what's interesting, it hit me yesterday, is now with Jacoby Myers in particular. You look at some of the stuff across the middle of the field. You look at Parker Washington, what he does from the slot that he can do in the middle of the field. You bring back Brenton Strange, but your tight ends have actually been pretty productive, even the little play over the middle to Johnny Munt yesterday. And you bring Brenton Strange back, that might go for another 10, 12 yards because it's Brenton Strange and not Munt, that he's going to work the middle of the field. Well, to me, this sets up so nice coming off this game when Brian Thomas Jr. comes back, because now he can play outside the numbers, which is where he's more comfortable. They tried to get him earlier to play the middle of the field, uncomfortable. Now you can play him outside the numbers, and to your point, what you just said, Austin, go deep. You throw in a deep shot, and they're just not hitting the balls down the field at all. And they try again to De'Ami Brown, and it's good coverage, but it's not. I'm not telling you Brian Thomas Jr. is wide open on that play. It's just that you feel better about Brian Thomas Jr. going down the field and making a play like that than you do with De'Ami Brown. So I wonder how much of this middle of the field stuff with Myers, get Brenton Strange back, now makes Brian Thomas Jr. and Trevor Lawrence and everybody so much better in a new dynamic in this offense that, quite frankly, we just haven't seen because the 20-plus plays just haven't been there a lot in this offense.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's going to open it up, right? And much like the Chargers yesterday, when you're game planning for them, they can beat you on various levels. Like, I think, losing Vidal or whatever kind of hurt them in the beginning. But, you're worried about, okay, well, you have to worry about Gadsden in the middle. You have to worry about Johnston on the outside. You have to worry about Lad McConkey literally everywhere. Like, if you can bring back Brenton Strange now and then you bring back Brian Thomas Jr. and he can hit that deep ball, now we're talking about all the levels of the field. Oh, and by the way, you have a solid run game as well. So that, to me, it gives defensive coordinators more fits, and that's what you want to do, especially if you have aspirations of playing in the playoffs.
One last one on this Monday morning quarterback as we jump around. But Trevor with the wristband, as YB400 brings up, it was an interesting wrinkle. And what I like about the wrinkle, and if you heard the postgame, it wasn't all the plays. It was in, the money stuff. Red zone, third downs. They're like, let's move this thing along. There's actually, I watched a lot of the game back this morning, which I never do, but I watched it, and there was a play. This was just remember the Parker Washington interference play?
Yes.
They actually get to the line of scrimmage, and they snapped the ball with 13 seconds on the clock. It was like, boom. I was like, whoa, that's bizarre. I didn't catch that in real time yesterday, but it was like how fast they got to the line of scrimmage and snapped the ball. As soon as he got set, it was a snap. Yeah. And then it was like, boom, try to throw down the field. And I was like, wow, I don't know if that was wristband play or not. I'm just saying there's an element that I think they were trying some of these situational things to get to the line of scrimmage faster. That's why they brought the wristband in. And my big story there to me is another hat tip to Cohen. Because what I think happens with coaching a lot is you get so damn stubborn. Yep. You're like, well, what the hell? Figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. What did he do? He made an adjustment. Like, we're getting the line too late, whether it's me getting the play call in, Trevor taking too long, the guy's not getting the call, whatever it is. And it's probably some semblance of all of those things at times. And he makes a slight adjustment, and say, hey, on these really important downs, we're going to simplify this thing.
But you also like that he didn't abandon it right away, because you could have made an argument after the Houston game in week 3 that they weren't getting to the line soon enough when the whole stadium is counting down the clock.
Yeah.
But this is what they said they wanted to do all offseason. Just wanted to go without the wristband, and they tried it, and they gave it 10 weeks. And so they didn't abandon it right away. He sticks to his gun somewhat, but then, hey, when the rubber meets the road, he's able to switch it.
Yeah. I just thought it was a good move by Cohen to acknowledge that, and it seemed like it was a nice change.
So I think it was a great move. And once again, like, Trevor helped them win the game yesterday. Now, was it like, if you want a box score watch, was it unreal? You know, was it a Josh Allen 6-touchdown game? No, didn't have to be. But he did what he was asked, and he helped them win the football game. You know, the entire week we heard about Liam Cohen say, just let it rip, let it rip. And I was under the impression that it was more of, okay, just let him throw the football around, play backyard football.
Yeah, 40 throws, right?
Yeah. I'm not under that impression anymore. I think let it rip meant something different. And the mistakes that you saw yesterday Trevor Lawrence made was Trevor Lawrence being in his own head. Go back to the interception. Denzel Perryman, and Hamby, you watch a lot of Georgia football, so you should probably know this. If you if you have a linebacker and he's showing blitz like he's going to go forward,
he ain't coming.
He's not coming. Yesterday, Denzel Perryman did this to Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence saw this and called out of the run.
He did.
If he would have stayed in the run, it probably would have been a 5-6 yard gain. Trevor Lawrence thinks that Denzel Perryman's going to blitz him. Trevor Lawrence then, in case...
And everybody else is playing off coverage.
Trevor Lawrence then changes the call, and if you look at what Denzel Perryman and everybody does, they don't do anything different. Like, they put up a signal, which I think was a dummy call, and they run the exact same defense they're going to run the entire time. This is an example of Trevor Lawrence being in his own head, where if he doesn't check out of it, you get a 5-6 yard gain. But he was in his head. He thought he saw something when it wasn't even there, and that's where the interception came. Bad play, bad throw. Those things can't happen. I don't have the numbers in front of me. This is more like a Dan Griffiths thing. I wonder if you go back and you look at Trevor Lawrence's interceptions and, like, you know, first, second down when it could be a run or a pass. Look at how many of those interceptions come from Trevor Lawrence changing the call at the line.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the number. I don't know what it is. I have no idea.
A lot or not.
But there might be something there. So to me, the wristband, Liam Cohen going out there and saying, hey, just go out there and sling it or whatever, or just let it rip. Yeah, it's being a quarterback and throwing the football, but also I think it's get out of your own way and just don't overthink it so much. Because I think when Trevor's had his problems, he's overthought things way too much.
Well, it's a really good point, and I think I think everybody was under the same impression on the let it rip stuff. Like, hey, he's going to throw it 40 times, right? It's actually what a great decoy, even if for the Chargers defense for Liam to say that this week, and then go hand it off 47 times. But I think it was interesting because you're saying he'll let it rip. Well, he wasn't early on. He was very hesitant to throw the football early on. He double pumped a couple of times, and he's just a slow starter, man. Like, he is a slow starter. The throw on the play, you say it, like he shouldn't have checked out probably in hindsight. I think, what's his name, Archuleta, is that who was calling the game? He said, like, hey, he saw off coverage.
Right.
The bottom line, it was a terrible throw. I mean, the throw was 2 yards inside, and if he throws it to the outside, maybe the guy still jumps the route. But it's maybe not a pick, right? It's a bad throw on top of maybe a bad decision.
Tim Patrick at least is able to fight to make it a complete or something.
You compounded mistakes.
But Trevor also thought that Perriman was going to blitz, and it's going to be right in the hole where they're trying to run the football. So, like, that's what Trevor saw, too. It's like, oh, he's blitzing. I better check out of this because.
Two mistakes.
2
mistakes. And then, see, I think there were 2 plays physically yesterday for Trevor. 2 plays. And maybe you guys saw more. But I think it's that play. And again, that could be a mental play too, but it's a physical play because it's a bad throw. And then the one to Quentin Morris, which gets blown up because Munt misses, but he's got to make that play. I mean, I thought in real time he got hit.
Right.
But it was such a bad throw where it's like, dude, that's a touchdown, baby. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, hit the layup. Right. That's a hit the layup one. And I have no idea. I mean, I didn't ask him about it. I'd love to know, like, did the arm just not fire on that play? Like, he
Yeah,
threw it
yeah,
like
yeah,
5
yeah.
yards short.
Yeah.
Like, what happened on that play? Like, that's a weird one, right? But those are two physical mistakes. How many mental mistakes he made, I don't know. Those are the things, like to your point there. I saw another one where I don't know if it was Parker Washington or him, that they almost collide as he's coming in motion. And that's not the first time I've seen that this year. But there were like 12 seconds left on the play clock, plenty of time. Parker comes in motion. They snap it. Parker has to avoid him handing the football off. Like, is that a Trevor thing? It feels like it's a Trevor thing.
Sure.
Right? So, again, I think if you look at Trevor's performance yesterday, a lot of good, especially in that third quarter when they got going. I think he was 7 or 8 in that quarter. Pitch and catch was real easy.
Yeah.
But it was good. But the two mistakes that he made could have been 7 points this way and 7 points that way in a tight game. Guys are making mistakes all over the place. Go watch quarterbacking around the National Football League. Mahomes continues to make a lot of mistakes. Josh Allen has 6 touchdowns and still makes mistakes.
He threw 2 picks.
But
Donald threw
it's
4.
where they are. It's when they are. It's so he's going to make physical mistakes as well. I don't think he's making a ton of them. I just think they're so magnified, it feels like, because we've got so much, the focus is so much on him that we're waiting for the perfect game. I really think overall for 90% of that game, he was probably really good yesterday.
Did you say what you're annoyed with yet? So I can say what I'm annoyed with then from the game?
Well, real quick, I do want to point out, remember the play against the Steelers in the preseason when he was like his 3rd or 4th read, and then he found Brenton Strange? It was like an 8-yard gain on 3rd and 7.
I do remember off to the right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like his 3rd read. He double clutched it. And he got it was like, oh, finally, he's finally getting through all his progressions because, the national media is like he's a one-read guy. I think that was kind of what got him going yesterday in a sense. I believe it was after the pick. It was like he had double clutched this ball at least 3 times. It was the Parker Washington dive. He dove and caught it. It was a really, or was it Austin Trammell? It was a really nice catch.
Austin Trammell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
3rd down and 6, first one of the game.
That
Right.
was Trammell.
Okay, yeah, so it was a really nice catch. I thought that, was one of Trevor's better plays in the last month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it was a beautiful pitch and catch, and that was huge momentum in terms of keeping that drive alive.
But anyway.
You want to get to what annoys you? Well, let's do that after the break. Let's take a break. You cool with that?
I only got
forget.
one thing.
Well, it goes hand in hand with Trevor, but we can.
All right,
can,
let's go. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
yeah,
stay.
yeah.
I don't care about commercial breaks.
Let's go, man.
No, go ahead. What you got?
Well, wait, no.
Let's go.
Because you're being passive aggressive. You care about commercial breaks.
No,
Is it
no,
the
I
break?
don't.
Hey, so why am I annoyed about Trevor? That'll be a good tease. Come back after the break.
Here you
There
go.
we go.
And the thing that I heard that I was a little cautious of from Liam Cohen yesterday specifically.
You're hearing a lot of things.
Yeah, this is the thing I heard. The satellite airs were up. That's your Monday morning quarterback report driven by your local Hyundai dealers, and now there's even more to love. We'll be back on the Brent and Austin Show. Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game.
We show no mercy.
Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown!
Duval! ETN is going to take it all the way!
Right here on CBS 47.
CBS 47.
Right here.
Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
And welcome back, Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Man, we're fuzzy.
There we
Still
go.
hung over from a win.
2020.
Everything's fuzzy.
Back in that
Brent Martineau,
2020.
Austen Lane, Jason Hamby. The victory Monday in Jacksonville. It's a good one. It was one of the great performances the Jags have had, and they've done some really good things this year, I guess, too. Like that's what can't be lost. I had to kind of. It's amazing how we just kind of love to be so negative, but or at least especially we know Twitter and everything. Mm-hmm. It was a really negative week that you almost had to. I said it yesterday before the game. I was like, all right, now listen, 5-4. Like, they are 5-4. Like, you've got to remind yourself they're 5-4, and it's a big football game. And they answered the bell. And listen, I wasn't super confident. I picked against them. I really did not know what this defense was going to do. And I'm a positive guy, and I picked against them. So I get some of the angst. But at the same time, I did feel, I said before the game, I was telling Hick, I was like, I don't know if they're going to win this. They're either going to win this game and then obviously be right on track, or I think there's still a good stretch of football coming from them. If they lose this game, as long as it's not a blowout, then I think they're going to go win the next 3 and maybe even 4, like Arizona, Tennessee, and then home against the Colts, and then you get the Jets right after. Like, I actually felt that. That's what I said before the game. Now, I don't know if they're going to go win 5 in a row here. I'm not sure. This Arizona game's tricky to me. I think Arizona's better than then they've
first of all,
it
doesn't matter. Like who knows what kind of Jags you're going to get?
Well, you just don't know. Yeah, like
just take the Cardinals out of it.
Why do we even have a show this week? Yeah, like to predict it.
We'll
like,
see you next
Thursday,
Monday.
Friday, we're going to take off. We're not going to talk about the game.
Wow.
But yeah, I think there's an element of that in the entire NFL right now, to be honest with you. So, and that's why we like it. That's what's fun about it. But nobody would have predicted what we just saw. And nobody, by the way, would predict Jacoby Brissett throwing 47 completions and 448 yards without Marvin Harrison Jr. in the lineup.
Thank you, Trey McBride.
Yeah.
Who's Michael Wilson?
I don't know, but I know he's dating somebody.
You have him on your fantasy team?
I played him.
I don't even know who
Say
he
it again,
is.
Hamby? Who's he dating?
He's dating somebody famous.
Is he?
Really? Well, now I got to go.
He's a third-round pick out of Stanford. I looked him up.
Don't tell me that. Oh, and he's Stanford.
Has he been good for them?
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't been. I mean, he's been dependable, but like obviously now he's kind of been thrusted into the role.
Yeah. Sophia Smith, the U.S. Soccer star. Sophia. Okay, they're engaged. Maybe they're married. They're married. Yeah. She was like one of the best players on the U.S.
Yeah, she was
women's national team.
She's in all the commercials and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Norway, going to the World Cup, first time in 28 years.
I thought you were going to say shout out Slovakia for getting you that dub.
I mean, that's cool too, it's whatever. But yeah, shout out to Norway, 28 years in the making.
They did it.
And literally on the back of one player, but
Really?
we'll take it. Oh yeah, I say well, like I'm part of the team, but
We'll take it.
I'm part of the nationality. Let's just say that much.
That's awesome. All right, back to Trevor. So we said, is there anything to pick apart from yesterday, or anything that caught your attention? Like, wait a minute, everything can't be great.
It's got nothing to do with I mean,
what did it hide? Whatever. What do you give me something negative? I need something negative.
So okay, this is I mean, it's not even negative on the field. This is just the perception of things. And I saw this in the stands leaving the game, and then I saw this on social media this morning. There was argument, like, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. The Jaguars dominated the Chargers yesterday, 35-6, right?
They did.
Why were people arguing about Trevor Lawrence and how good he is when we're leaving the game?
Holy cow.
Because they want to be right.
And this, correct. And this goes to social media as well. Like, if your first post.
You hadn't even gotten to the parking lot yet?
If your first post is after a 35-6, butt whooping to a team that you're in, like, the wild card race with, and your first thought is, hey, time to prove myself right with Trevor Lawrence and say, where all the haters at now? I don't know if football might, I don't think it's for you. I think you might want to just get into politics. Like, I think you might want to, get on a certain side of the political spectrum and just ride that wave. Because if your first thought after that game is just one player playing pretty good, but you're trying to prove a point of he played really, 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 really good and everyone's an idiot, and you don't give credit to, the defense who held the Chargers to 6-point, Josh Hines Allen for, setting the record, the running game who ran for 44 times, and we're talking about Trevor Lawrence.
It wasn't a Trevor Lawrence talk about game.
And guess what? He won, so, talk about it. Yeah, praise him up. He did what he had to do. But if your argument is, where all the haters at now? What hate? You won 35-6. And I get, the whole narrative's got to be, okay, is Trevor Lawrence the guy or not going for it? How about are the Jaguars a playoff team? Right now they are. So let's rally behind that, regardless what the quarterback position looks like, and we'll worry about it after the season.
Yeah, or really after a couple seasons. Right? But now listen, I thought this a little bit last week, guys. There's two things. I actually told my mom this morning. I was like, it's such an illustration of our society. And listen, I'm not going big picture calling out society. It is what it is, right? I can't get there. I'm not smart enough for all that stuff. But I can feel it in what we do. And we knew this. We even joked about it with Hick last week. His rant went crazy on social media. I was like, well, the number's going to be way down this time around.
Oh, yeah.
Because people are happy. In a nutshell, you can just watch the reaction and the people and the numbers and the volume that happens after a loss versus a win.
Well,
because people love to bitch and moan.
Oh.
And they love to be angry and have something to complain about. Like, that's just the way it is. That's how Facebook.
B-bomb per
by the way,
episode.
I think that's how Facebook became Facebook a little bit too, right?
But
you want to say what's wrong with your life or whatever else, and then on occasion say what's good with your life.
Brent, if I'm exiting accordingly the stadium when it's 35-6,
enjoy it.
Hey, I like. What are you mad about? What are you trying to prove? Like, and once again, I don't want to tell any fan how to act. You're paying money to go to games, so say whatever you want. Like, that's out of my jurisdiction, right? And even with social media, which you know how I feel about it, I don't think it's real. But at the end of the day, I don't want to tell anybody how to post or do things. But once again, I'll reiterate it. If your reaction after that great game, and your first thing is to try to go at people who were against you in terms of the Trevor Lawrence conversation, man, you might have some other serious problems you might want to, get into. That's all I'll say about it. Because, and this goes back to last week with Hamby. He's like, hey, man, you're more right than... Like, it's not about being right or wrong. Like, I want this team to go to the playoffs. I want this team to win a Super Bowl. Now, how you get there, I don't care. Like, if it's behind a 4-touchdown performance, 5-touchdown performance, so be it. If it's behind running the football 50 times a game and let Trevor be a game manager, at the end of the day, I really don't care. If you're winning, you're winning. Now, when you're losing, then guess what? Yep. Then we got to come in here and say, okay, what went wrong? Why aren't you winning? All this stuff. But this is the joy of winning. That it covers up everything. I don't care about Trevor's interception, really.
Well, yeah.
Okay, I don't care about the bad plays, and I'll celebrate the good plays. But, be happy you won 35-6.
The one thing we learned about, especially social media, but I think, again, in general, people love to be right. They want to be right. And, in fact, I actually sensed that this week. It was almost like, hey, are you rooting for this Jags team to lose this game against the Chargers just so you can be right? I genuinely feel that sometimes from people. Like, you almost sense that that's what the goal is. Hey, as long as I can win this argument, if they lose, who cares? But, and I know that's not like real life, to your point, but it feels like you hear that sometimes. You hear that tone, and that goes way back. We've learned a lot about social media specifically, but I do think even fandom, like in sports, listen, I'll say this a long time ago. I lost a little bit of the romance of being a Red Sox fan when they won a World Series, and especially when they won 2. The chase was part of the lure. Allure of being the fan, Now, it was awesome.
Austin knows that all too well right now.
But it also felt like...
But, hey, if the Brewers win one, I'm going to be insufferable. I'm not going to be like, oh, I lost No, then I'm going to be...
Oh, absolutely.
What's up, Cubs? What's up? Like, I'm giving all the suck-it signs to everyone that ever doubted the Milwaukee Brewers.
But you might not be as locked in the following year, I guess, is what happened. Maybe it was when the Red Sox won a couple of them. I don't know. But again, there's that's an interesting psychology in all of this. I was thinking of this too yesterday because I was watching this morning. Again, I got up earlier and watched more stuff, I guess, today, and I'm watching them talk about Sam Darnold, 4 interceptions, and this dude's had a really nice 2-year run. Sure. Really nice. I mean, look what he's doing in Seattle. His numbers are like tops. Him and Matthew Stafford are like near the top of so many different categories. Mm-hmm. And now today, guess what? They're hammering Sam Darnold. He's back. Right? I mean, that guy you feel would build some equity in the last season and a half, and boom, it goes right back. Like, it's like so hard. And guess what? I just think we're going to have that with Trevor too. I think you got to accept that. It's like, hey, when it's not good, there's going to be plenty to criticize. Even when it's good, it's going to be maybe short-lived because the minute he throws a pick or 2 picks in a game and they lose, it's going to go back to, he's not the guy. So even for I think this divide's going to always be there. There might be a little in between, but it's going to take a lot to overcome the divide is my point. It might take years and years and years. We'll see if he gets there. But I just think it is what it is at this stage. You've got your sides, and they've been chosen.
You mentioned Sam Darnold, and a lot of people were coming after him. Bo Nix was catching flack over the last week, and we actually had a lot of
Bo Nix,
different people, players in the locker room yesterday defending their own quarterbacks. I'm going to play you Ernest Jones of the Seahawks first, and then Adam Troutman of the Broncos. And this is about as not messing around as I can remember in the locker room after a game.
I mean, Sam's been balling. Like, if we want to try to define Sam by this game or what. Man, Sam's had us in every game. So for him to sit there and say, "Oh, that's my fault," no, it's not. There was plays that defensively we could have made plays. There were opportunities where we could have got better stops. Yeah, I mean, like, it's football, man. And he's our quarterback. We got his back, and you got anything to say, quite frankly.
First off, if you're talking about Bo online, you're a coward. Absolute coward. But just want to say that and guard him a little bit. But, I mean, it says a lot. You know, he blanks it out, and we talked about it this week. You know, we don't care what other people think. We know what we have in the building. And we know what he's made of, and we don't really care what people have to say. So, Dragon Slayer 69 with his 7-Eleven Slurpee in his mom's basement, I don't give a shit what he has to say, right? And Bo doesn't either. So,
just to be clear, because it's very bleeped out, Ernest Jones said, if you have anything else to say about it, well, then bleep you.
Yeah,
was his response as well.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's first of all, I like that leadership out of him specifically, especially with what Darnold has done. He threw 4 picks. It wasn't great yesterday, and they still had a chance to win the game, which is crazy in a 4-pick game that you have a chance to win a game.
Yeah,
wow. But
nuts.
yeah, I don't mind this stuff. I like this. I think we got a little bit of this in 2017 from the Blake stuff.
Yeah,
and by the way, we're recency bias. The Trevor stuff ain't even close to the Blake stuff, in my opinion. Not even close. The Blake stuff was on a different level.
Okay.
At least in that year and that time. And there was probably more negative to go. Like, it was hard to sometimes fight the Blake case based on not winning and all the turnovers and everything else. So
Brent's been through a couple battles.
Oh, I've been through some hills, man. I've been on some hills.
Brent's been through some wars.
Oh,
Yeah,
through some Garner
season.
To me, this is not even close.
Yeah.
To that yet. Now, it might get there. But I don't really think it is. But like to that point, I don't think we've had to have a guy in the locker room come out and defend Trevor.
Sure. All right. Can I get to my other point now?
Yeah.
With
Let me interrupt real quick with some non-news breaking news. Parker Washington just tweeted something other than chop wood, carry water for the first time all season.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
2 tweets actually, back to back. He's very active on Twitter this morning. First, 5 minutes ago. What's the best wing spot in Jax?
All right.
And then immediately reposts the Iceman win.
Nice.
They beat Atlanta 2-1. So he took their tweet, reposted, and said, I've never been to a hockey game.
Okay.
Well, he can go on Saturday night. Well, actually, he can't. He'll be in Arizona.
Yes, he will. Parker getting active on social media.
Soon enough. There you go.
I mean,
Parker.
dude, you ever been to the Penn State one? They do hockey pretty good there in Penn State.
Pretty good hockey there.
Yeah, they do it right over there.
Just baffled that I saw Parker Washington tweeting and it wasn't about chopping wood.
Now, do you have notifications on when Parker Washington tweets, or how
No,
did?
just
Okay,
popped
just
up.
popped up. All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
What do you got?
All right. All right. Section 119, where I'm sitting.
Here we go.
When there's a T-shirt cannon, and hey, 6'6" athlete, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When there's a T-shirt cannon and there's a T-shirt in there, anything's up for table. Like anything's on the table. Okay,
of course, because nobody likes a free T-shirt like America.
You can't control yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not church. It's a football game. Okay, now. When the T-shirt cannon was fired and I saw the T-shirt, like, you know how, like, Brett, you play baseball, Ham, you play baseball. You know, like, when it's like a pop fly, like, yep, this is mine.
Yeah.
You were calling for it.
The T-shirt was this far out of the cannon, and just judging by the wind and everything, I'm like, yep, this is going to be mine. Like, this is...
He was balling.
Good luck, everybody, but this one's going to be mine. T-shirt fires. Oh, yeah. Hey, it's like, could be any easier. I'm like, okay, this is going to be mine. Now, a couple people... We're feeling froggy.
Oh.
And want to get the T-shirt as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can't let it happen.
You boxed him out.
Not in front of my son. Hey.
You got it?
Hey, in front of Rona. Oh, did I get it? Brent. Now, get it. Snatch it.
Mm-hmm. One hand or two.
Oh, that was one hand all day.
Okay.
One hand all day. Now, in doing so, I don't have time to focus people behind, like, underneath me, right? So.
Ronan
was just kind of like... my hero, right? But I'm saying the other people around me may have got bumped a little bit, may have got pushed a little bit. So when I catch it, I obviously give it to my son right away because I want to show like, hey, this wasn't me.
Yeah,
this was for him, right? Because now I kind of
give it to the kid.
I kind of save face a little bit, right?
Where's my applause?
Well, people. One gentleman might have been like, well, if I would have got pushed so much, maybe it would have been mine. Hey, I don't know what to tell you. If there's a free T-shirt in the air.
Hey, sorry, you ever paid jackpot?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Welcome to Section 119.
Yeah, it is what it is,
Come on, man.
So at the end of the day, I make no apologies. There was a T-shirt in the air.
It's free for all.
I had to respond.
Your faculties.
My son was watching. I don't know what you want from me. That's all I'm going to say about
Go get it, man.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, and my son goes, you lost 2 people. I go, you better believe it.
You head topped them.
You better believe it. He goes, you lost 2 people. I go, yeah, you better believe it.
That was a good moment for Dad.
Oh, man.
Good moment.
There's a lot of great moments in that game for Dad.
You've had a good week with Ronan.
Also, too.
You were at the Iceman game. He was probably a popular kid. Look at my
Oh,
dad
yeah.
down there.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
lights are on and everything.
Even the schools were taking pictures of me and him.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, like, didn't get, put those pictures. You're going to put them on Facebook, right? Hey, look at one of our students. And I'm just kidding. Nah, it's all good.
Apparently.
But no, but then also, too, and this goes to show you that I'm still winning in life because he's 10 years old. And there was this is the BJ Green sack play.
Oh, yeah.
Horrible call, obviously. BS, right? Because I don't know what you want BJ Green to do. It was literally a split second. Oh, quarterback's in my lap. Let me go ahead and tackle him. So, horrible call. But the crowd started chanting, ref, you suck, ref, you suck.
Yeah.
I could hear Ronan next to me go, ref, you. I go, dude, you can play along. He goes, well, I don't want to say a bad word in front of you. I go, oh, son. I go, oh, son. Suck is, I mean, don't maybe say it in front of mom, but like, that was a bad call. Go ahead and say it. So no, hold on now. Hold on. So he starts doing it, like going crazy, like, ref, you suck. And then one guy behind me who recognized me goes, I can tell that's your son. I go, yeah, okay, whatever. So then we're leaving, and, there's a couple of Chargers fans, but once again, they're not rolling deep. So people want to pile on the Chargers fans. Well, some people start going, Chargers suck. Ronan starts doing it. The Chargers fan turns around and goes to me, goes, nice. Like
oh, you're good.
Nice going, Dad.
Hey, he goes, nice. And I go, well, you got, and I didn't say this, but I want to say, I'm like, well, you guys kind of did suck. Like, you had all the characteristics. Yeah, you had all the characteristics. Like, is my son a liar? Did Herbert kind of have a crappy day? Is there all offensive line kind of garbage? Did the run game not really work? I should know. I had B-Dell and Lad McConkey in fantasy going. You guys didn't do that good. So technically, maybe you did suck a little bit. But like
you had all the characteristics of sucking.
Yeah, but like the last saving grace this Chargers fan to try to one up me was nice. I get.
I really wish there was another call.
Yeah.
And instead of refs you suck, it was like F you refs, and then Ronan was jumping it.
Oh yeah, dude,
wow.
Hey, you open the door.
No. See that I would have had to curb that a little bit.
A little bit.
Is, a little bit. Oh, but I guarantee I'll probably get a call from school because Ronan's gonna say something sucks at school. Like, I kind of gave him like the free pass now. I feel like, and hopefully he doesn't take that.
Yeah, let's hope there's not a teacher chance.
Yeah. Hey, Dad said it was cool. Dad said it was all right.
That's good. Jump in when you got to jump in.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have to put boundaries.
But Chargers fans, man, like
nice.
Because like I saw this with San Francisco before. Like, San Fran rolls pretty deep, and then like you think San Fran's kind of like this a couple
really,
years ago, right? But they're like, come on now, like they'll get after you a little bit. Chargers fans, I just feel like
they're just there.
Yeah.
SAWFT.
And like I said, the poor girl crying, and like I've never felt bad for an away fan until yesterday. Seeing this girl with her dad, and like her dad's trying to console her, and she's got a giant glittered up Justin Herbert poster. She's got like, Herbert on her, like the number on the cheeks and everything. Like I think we all thought we're going to see a Justin Herbert showcase game. Didn't get it. And just seeing her like, head down And just Jaguars fans just, that's what, that one, like I told you.
Uncomfortable scene.
I had to tell Ron, hey, dude, we're
going to stay out of this one.
We're going to stay out of this one.
That's very nice. Good parenting. Nice.
Yeah, nice.
By the way, how do you feel if you're a Chargers fan and you grew up rooting for the San Diego Chargers? They moved your team to L.A. You moved out to Savannah. And the last 2 times the Chargers have come to Jacksonville, you blew a 27-0 lead and you got your ass kicked like that yesterday.
Yeah, you always have the Padres, right? Yeah.
We don't get to do that in Jacksonville. It's like if you're the Colts or the Chargers, get ready.
Yeah,
Jacksonville's about to unleash themselves. And that's where it stops. That's about where it stops. When we come back, there's the AFC South standings. Texans hanging around now. Titans almost did Jags and everybody a big favor. Texans' schedule is tough. I think the Texans can get to 9 wins. I think they have a hard time getting to 10 wins. That's my outlook. That's why you got to get to 10 wins if you're the Jags. And the South is not done. The Colts' schedule gets very difficult. They better play well coming out of the bye week because they'll need to, it looks like, at least on paper. Something that I caught, I wouldn't say it's negative. I just want to ask you guys, is there something here based on what I heard yesterday? And then Hamby's going to go negative. We just can't help ourselves. We don't want to be this positive. We don't want to get this caught up in it. We don't want to get complacent. We want to play a little defense even when we're on offense.
Accountability, Brent.
We'll be back.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
Thanks for meeting me here.
You okay?
You're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion.
Okay.
You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there?
Yeah.
That's all I paid for it. Do you know what you want?
Yeah. I think I do.
Enjoy your new car.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month, or get 2.99% APR, or get $1,750 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Burgers or breakfast, you can get it all at Whataburger. Try something new on the menu or an all-time favorite like the Whataburger Patty Melt.
And now you can have breakfast here at Whataburger 12 hours a day, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m. Menu items like the bacon taquito, sausage taquito, honey butter chicken biscuit. Whether you work the late night shift, just want a snack early in the morning to get your day started, or a little pick-me-up late in the morning, 12 hours a day, breakfast served, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m.
A dozen locations in Jacksonville. You can order pickup or delivery and download the Whataburger app. New rewards members get free Whataburger items when placing their first online order. Just download the app. And for us coffee drinkers, Whataburger has all new hot coffee and iced coffee too. Satisfy that coffee craving at Whataburger 24/7, and it comes in a variety of flavors. Burgers, breakfast, coffee, and so much more. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
He was saying that you spit on him. Did you spit on him?
I ain't never opened my mouth to that guy.
So what do you think prompted the reaction from him?
Well, he don't like some of the words I told him. We've been going back and forth the whole time, so I'm sure some got under his skin. First time we had a altercation, and then it was the second time.
What are you saying?
I ain't spit on nobody.
Liar!
Mm-hmm. Ooh. There it was right there.
God.
Man, nice 1-2.
Yeah.
He lied.
I
He
know.
didn't.
Dude, there's video of everything in the NFL. I mean, you can't lie.
Yeah.
Own it.
Full lug right there,
Spitting
brother.
the man. It's such a...
Cock-a-loogie. Why would you think of doing that?
I never understood
You lose
that.
your mind, I guess, but...
Yeah, but like, I don't know, man. Like,
Almost
trust me.
one more.
Hey, Brent, I've lost mine many times on
Yeah,
the
I
field,
know.
but like, I've never thought to spit on somebody. Just throw a punch.
Yeah, I get it, but... So,
Like-
you lose your mind most
Oh,
guys
yeah.
in terms of punching.
I'm throwing a punch.
I think
Yeah.
you lose the battle. This is A.J. Green, right? I don't know. Jamar Chase isn't a hothead guy, but I think Ramsey does this to guys. Ramsey
does.
did it
Yeah,
to A.J. Green was
yeah.
not that dude at all. A.J. Green snapped.
He did.
He snapped.
Steve Smith, although that was more.
Steve Smith is that guy.
Yeah, that was more Steve Smith.
But, yeah, I mean, I think that's how good Ramsey is
Sure.
at getting under people's skin.
Yeah.
And I think he did it again, and I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. I'm just saying that's how I think it happened, is that you just get so in your own head. And did Chase have a good game? I didn't even look at that. Like, what was his?
No.
Oh, yeah, dominated. Brent, 3 catches for 30 yards.
Oh, well, there you go. Frustrating day, too.
Yeah.
So,
What do you think happens with?
He'll get suspended a game, I think.
You think a game?
I think he should. Because, again, like the whole Jalen Carter thing, they don't want that in at all, right? They don't want this in the game, and so they're going to be hard on it. And I also think the Jalen Carter one, the way they explained it, if I'm not mistaken, is they basically said that he got the game because he was out before the play even started, so that he was penalized the game for getting ejected.
Yeah.
So, but what's his name never even got a foul on this, right? This was Ramsey's the one that got ejected.
Yeah.
So I think they got to get him a game. I think Chase is out the next game. I don't know who they're playing. But,
yeah, no, I think it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're playing the. Are they playing the Browns? I think it's a battle of bad.
Oh, is it? What do you?
By the way,
the most wasted player
we're on the same page.
in sports is Myles Garrett.
I had to watch that a little bit yesterday after the
Unreal.
Jags game.
I was actually thinking of this because we say it. I think I say it now a lot, and it just feels like what a waste. Like, what a waste. They're 2-8.
Dude, he's so good.
And he has 14-plus sacks now, guys, in I think 6 consecutive seasons, I think it is. He has 15 sacks. We still have 7 games to go in the year. And he's at 15 sacks. He's probably going to break the record.
Yeah. I've said this before because grew up watching, like, Reggie White, who's one of the best to ever do it, and how dominant he was. But, like, you watch Myles Garrett, and once again, size, stature, and just his physique has something to do with it as well. You can't, there's nothing you can do. Like, you think Myles Garrett, okay, he has how many sacks now? 15. Guess what? They're going to try to trip him. They're going to try to double him. Doesn't matter. Like,
that's what's interesting
to me. They can't stop him.
Because you can do things, right, to neutralize a player. Like, you can really do it. But they can't seem to do it. Nobody that plays him can seem to do it. That's his greatness, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And they're just not good. And yet he's got 15 sacks.
And who do they have on the other side? I think it's somebody who's okay, but
to me,
and honestly, I don't think it matters, man. Like, you know what?
No, but you understand.
No, but I'm sure he's okay. You know why? Because Myles Garrett's on one side, and they're not worried about the other guy.
Yeah, it's like the chicken or the egg. But
it's the Aaron Donald effect.
You can't always double him, or maybe you can.
To me, Myles Garrett is the Mike Trout of football.
Yeah,
like Mike Trout, which I think people just don't even put in any kind of conversations for a variety of reasons, is considered, like, over a period of time, like one of the greats.
Sure.
Like an unbelievable talent, unbelievable player. And nobody really knows it because they never won, so he never got to the postseason. He also isn't like a big personality and everything else. The NFL has way more eyeballs in this sense on stars, right? And it's just wasted in L.A., his greatness. They never did anything with it. And for a little bit, even Ohtani was there with them, and they never did anything with it. And some injuries. So I think people think of Trout, now they think injuries too. But I'm talking about the greatness. There are not a lot of players that you say that about, I think, where you're like, wow, their team sucks. They always suck, but this player is great. Like, what else even comes to mind?
But you don't feel bad for him, do you? Because he had an opportunity to leave and re-sign.
I'm not sure I feel bad. I think it's just the nature of it. It's just usually if you're that dominant in sports, and some more than others. But if you're that dominant, you usually have an impact. He is so dominant, and it doesn't matter.
And real quick, Glenn brings up a great point. He's great against the run, too. Because once again, I just talked about this with Khalil Mack. Like, sometimes players want to take, liberties of, all right, I'll maybe ease up on the run a little bit because I think it's going to be a pass here, right? And maybe get out of my gap. Not Myles Garrett. Like, Myles Garrett, I don't know what the PFF numbers say or anything, but the guy is dominant in the run and in the pass.
Can you think of anybody else?
In terms of comparable, I mean,
all-timers, it like doesn't even factor in the standings. Like in basketball, this doesn't happen, I think, because you can dominate a game.
Yeah, but see,
so
I'm trying to
looked up a list, and this was y'all's time. Definitely, it was at the very start of mine. This one's saying Julius Peppers.
Yeah, but Peppers had a pretty good run with Green Bay a little bit.
He did, didn't he?
And didn't he have? He didn't go Super Bowl with Chicago, or did he?
Did Peppers play on one of their really good, the Rivera good team, or is he already gone by then in Carolina? I don't know. That doesn't ring a bell to me as much, but you might be right. I don't think there are a lot of people on this list, guys. I really don't. I think it's a long list.
Tony Gwynn?
Yeah, Tony Gwynn. But I think even Tony Gwynn as like a singles hitter didn't feel like he could impact. I mean, you're talking about loud guys with Trout in baseball. Baseball's really hard for this to happen.
Barry Sanders.
Vince Carter.
Barry Sanders, good.
Oh, Barry Sanders is a good one.
Barry Sanders, great.
I'm on a list, by the way.
Really good one. Really good.
Ken Griffey Jr., Reds were never good. Mariners were never good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. That's a
but
really good one.
I felt like Griffey played with some players, though. Like, who's Myles Garrett played with? Like, okay, yeah, Griffey was, but he also played with A-Rod. He also played with Randy Johnson.
Jay Buhner, who's really good.
Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez.
But from an impact standpoint and the win-loss and the winnings, it's just really, usually you get a player that's that dominant, they're going to really impact your team.
Yeah,
and it just doesn't happen in Cleveland. It's amazing. The negative side of things, Hamby, you said you had one. What do you got?
Yeah, guys, I think this is very nitpicky, but I think it's something that's kind of week by week, not getting any better. It's getting worse, and it's not really been.
Real quick, Brent, you know where he's going here? Because I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know where
I'm
he's
trying
going.
to I got nothing, Hamby.
This is going to be about De'Ami Brown's usage. And it's just a head scratcher. Another goose egg yesterday. He's not really doing anything. This was his lowest snap count of the season. He played 19 snaps, 27%. Half of his snaps went to Tim Patrick and Austen Trammell. And De'Ami, he's been out. He would missed 1 week injured, but that's it. There's no injury that we know of. He's just not playing. He played 27%, like I said, another goose egg, and he didn't have a catch in the Texans game. He had one target, and he had one target yesterday, no catches, and then he had 3. He has 19 catches, guys, on the year.
How many? Do you know how many reps Patrick had? I can't remember if he said it or not.
Tim Patrick had 41 snaps.
And last week, a lot.
Do you think this is a testament to De'Ami Brown's in terms of his run blocking? He's not being up to par?
Well, I think it's bigger than that, also. I think you're probably right, but I also think it's bigger. I think it's a part of we're going to play the best guys.
Yeah.
And I like the De'Ami Brown move. I don't think it was a bad move. I think it was a good gamble.
It was good too.
And that's okay. That's what happens. It hasn't worked out for whatever reason. He's been banged up at times, played hurt a little bit, also just hasn't figured it out. Tim Patrick is better in the run game. And so as they lean on that run a little bit more the last 2 weeks specifically in these physical games, he's been very good. I think he was last week very, very good.
But guys, he only got four more snaps than Austen Trammell.
Yeah,
this is not.
Well,
just,
Austen Trammell's making plays the last couple weeks.
Absolutely, but this is for the guy that we thought was gonna, in the preseason even, where he was like a target magnet almost as when Trevor was in there in the first quarters of these games, and we go to training camp practices. It was De'Ami Brown. Now all we heard from Liam Cohen, ball in hand. We thought that there was a shot. I think we had this conversation that De'Ami Brown could lead the Jags in receptions.
Yeah.
As far as the intermediate guy and trying to just get him the ball. He's got 19 catches on the year and hasn't had a catch in 2 games. He's got 2 targets in the last 2 games. He's barely playing. Trammell's outplaying him. Patrick not outplaying as in production, but as in snaps. Like he's just not on the field.
They're not using the gadgets as much either.
Yeah,
because he's kind of their gadget guy.
Yes,
and they're not.
but
here's your deal.
They
I think
throw him a deep ball a game, and it's incomplete, and that's it.
That deep ball, Mia said it yesterday at Club 904 when we were talking about it, too. It's just like they tried that in training camp like 500 times, and it never worked.
Right.
It just hasn't worked. It's just so – listen, I think you saw – this is what I appreciate about this staff now, and it's no disrespect to the players, but it's pretty obvious that De'Ami Brown was just playing okay at best, and it's pretty obvious that Emmanuel Ogbah was playing just okay at best. And they bring in Strigow and Green, and they start working those guys in. I think you see the energy, not just this week. I saw the energy from Strigow last week in the first half. Specifically, you noticed him a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I think that was pretty good. They're bringing energy. And now I think you're seeing Trammell the last 2-3 weeks now, right? Going back to the Raiders game, late in the Raiders game, has stepped up and made some big plays. That was a hell of a catch he made on that first drive yesterday. And again, I think whether it's because these guys are bringing in energy, hey, this is my opportunity, so it's intentional, whatever that is, that's sports. That's just all that stuff. I think they're helping raise some of these other guys up a little bit to get to the conversation. Like if the Jags had won that game against Houston last week, we were going to talk about all the guys that had stepped up and made plays. The Strigows of the world, the Trammells of the world, everyone else. Well, now today we can a little bit. Strigow and Green, who, by the way, we might have tonight on Jags Report Live. We might have both of those guys on.
There you go.
I think they're a fun story.
Casey coming out? It's Casey's dude, right? He was the training camp.
Yes, he was. BJ Green.
Yeah.
And so tonight at 7 o'clock at String Sports Brewery. Not official yet. We're still working to confirm it. But we hope to have those guys out. Just thought it would be fun to have both of these young guys who are undrafted free agents. And you said it, Glenn. BJ Green playing like he's hungry. So is Austen Trammell. So is Danny Strigow. And
Gardeck too.
And Gardeck has
Gardeck's
played.
playing like he's hungry.
I mean, these guys are playing. Look at Jarian Jones since he re-entered, playing a bit hungry, right?
Yeah.
So I just think that's sport. That's the way it goes. And going to those guys, you don't have to go to the old guy just because he's been around, just because of the resume. I give credit to Liam Cohen and the staff for saying, hey, We're going to go with the guys that probably are practicing really well and we think could go make a difference, because the last 4 weeks, there have been a lot of guys not making a difference, and they've gone through that way. All right, here's my 2 things. One on the field to complain about. Well, one is the complaint. They really still can't run the damn screen game in Jacksonville. And I think it's totally taken, like Liam Cohen, it feels like they were just like taking it out. And he wants to run the screen stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember more than one.
The one that was incomplete to ETN, and that was all they did yesterday.
Well, I did like that they ran the double fake screen
Yeah,
up
that
the
was
seam. That was nice.
That was great. That was.
Well, I love that play. You see it like twice a year. It always works. I don't know why they don't use it more.
We did that, and then you also did the fake toss to the end zone.
For
that was to Patrick. Yeah.
But my point is, they can't. For some reason, they can't get the screen game going, especially the way that Liam Cohen wants to get it going. I mean, he relied on this a lot in Tampa, and it's just not there. And I wonder if they just start abandoning it. It's usually a mess. It's a messy play for the Jags.
Well, to be fair, though, I think I'd rather do it against man than zone. Because zone, zone, it's more like, okay, everyone's facing the quarterback. You can kind of see it unravel a little more. Yeah. Man, backs turned, a little more aggressive.
Fair enough.
So
yeah, good point. So this is what caught my ears yesterday. I want to see if it caught yours at all. Post game, Liam Cohen obviously asked about a lot of different things, and one of the big trends was coming off last week, this team rebounding. And we praised that. But I'm going to read you a couple of things he says, and now I have to go find it. What he said, this is like in 2 or 3 consecutive questions and answers. He says, we talked about edge for a long time now, and when we have edge and we play as a team, and it's about the team all the time, good things happen typically for us. I emphasize that because this is what I'm getting at. When it's about the team all the time. The next time he's asked about the next question, when you guys have guys out there playing for each other, playing for the greater cause and the team first mentality, that's what it is or was, what it looks like. And I think he says it one other time.
He actually said it coming out of the half, Brent.
He did. He said the together thing. Well,
yeah.
And this also goes to, so I don't want to make something out of nothing, but it also goes to Wednesday in his news conference, I think it was. He said, guys, this is why we have our kids play sport. It's about team. It's about, he really said, it's the soul, team is the soul of sports, I think is what he said. So this was kind of his message this week. But when he says that message and when he really pounds this home, is he trying to talk about the connectivity, or did he feel like there was some selfishness going on inside that room? And guys kind of doing maybe what a little Khalil Mack did yesterday or would do, kind of freelancing on their own, even on the football field, maybe pointing fingers a little bit, worried about their own playing time, worried about their role. Is this why they maybe even cut a Colin Saunders or something like that, who was probably unhappy with his play over the last couple of months? I'm not trying to make something out of nothing. I just thought it really hit my ears this whole week that, man, did he have to like corral this thing because there's some non-team stuff going on?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good observation. And you know how I feel about the whole social media thing with players. And let's use this as an example. Last year, Trevor Lawrence posts a tweet about the whole receipts thing, right? Yeah. Then goes on not to play his best football. Josh Hines-Allen posts something about, I forgot like what exactly the comment was, but basically like, we'll see or something like that. Well, goes out against Houston, doesn't have his best game, right? I think a lot of times players, and how can you not though, right? But I think players get caught up in the noise. I think players get caught up in, just the narratives that, fans or analysts or public opinion can make. And it's hard to avoid. I understand it. But when you do that, then you lose focus of the team. And I think that might be what Liam Cohen was referring to a little bit. Because, and yeah, great team. Like, I mean, listen, do I think that they were not playing for each other against Houston? Or no, they were like, no one's in business for themselves, right? Like, I mean, I think Liam Cohen, like,
it can be. It's a league that's selfish.
it's a league that's selfish, but okay, for instance, with the Josh Hines-Allen thing, like, did he go out there, rush up field because he said, well, forget my defensive lineman, it's all about me? No. But in that moment, I thought, hey, I have to make a play. I got to play outside myself.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in Houston. Like, I don't think like there's any like general ill will where I got to go do my thing because screw these. No, like that's not what the conversation is. I think there's pressure where they're listening to too many opinions and everything where it's like, well, I'm not playing good. Now I have to play outside myself to try to play better. No.
Yeah.
That's what I think Liam Cohen's referring to.
And that might be. Might be. And again, that's why I'm not trying to be over dramatic about anything. I just thought that was an interesting message. Like you said, at halftime, but he started it last Wednesday, and then he really hit it. I'm missing one other time, but he really hit it again, like 3 different times in the postgame yesterday. And he's trying to stress this thing like, yeah, man, it's all about us. Right?
Well,
it's all about us.
It's
It's not about you. It's all about us. And I do think in professional sports, you have to corral that sometimes. People get pouty. Listen, one of my favorite guys ever here is Maurice Jones-Drew. If he didn't get the football, he was not a happy dude. Why? Because it's not because he was super selfish above team. It's that he thought, if the ball's in my hands, I can help the team win.
Yeah.
Like, I get that mentality.
Kind of goes back to the Travis Hunter conversation we had a month ago.
A little bit, yeah. So, again, I don't know if if this was his way of bouncing back from Houston, if he saw a little bit of that disconnection and guys freelancing on the field Sunday specifically, or if there's really something there. Like if there was something that's felt a little more like guys are in it for themselves in different pockets of that locker room that he heard, saw, body language, whatever, got feedback from leadership. I don't know, but it's a very interesting message. And I think those things, just like last week's Houston loss, can go 2 different ways now. And it feels like he was able to reel it in to deliver this performance. And when they deliver that performance, it backs up the words he's talking about because, once again, you can now put up there, look at the standard. This game against the Chargers is our standard. Look, when we play as a team, this is what it looks like. Man, what a win for the coach.
Yeah. No, without a doubt. And I spoke on this during the pregame show. Like, the Texans game, while it's one of the worst in franchise history, it could almost be a blessing because if it would have been a hard-fought battle back and forth and you lose that game, okay, well, lost one of the Texans, on to the next one. But the way that you lost it, it brought a lot of criticism.
Yeah.
And it brought a lot of people calling you out. And guess what? Rightfully so. Like, you deserve to be called out for giving up 19 points like you did in the fourth quarter. So it's not like we should feel bad for these players by any means. Like, guess what? That's your fault. That's what you signed up for, and you didn't do your job. So guess what? You get called out on it. But what I said could come from it is then that you can take that, all that criticism, all the fan base, all the media, questioning everybody, and you use that and say, you know what? It's us against the world. And when you have an us against the world mentality, then everything tightens up a little bit.
Yeah.
Then it's like, all right, we're not worried about this person on the outside. We're all we got. And I think that came from the Texans game. So in retrospect, yeah, if it would have been a nail-biting loss and you lose at the last second to the Texans and it was back and forth all game, would that Chargers game been a little different? Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you got embarrassed in the fourth quarter, everybody called you out, and I think Liam Cohen kind of rallied everybody and said, hey, look what they're saying about you. See, we're all we got. I think that was a difference maker. Yeah. And it might be the difference maker the entire season. Like, and once again, a lot of games left to go. But how ironic would it be that maybe the worst loss in franchise history may have been the most important loss for this season?
Yeah, the ebbs and flows of this, guys, this season we know. Like, where's the next turn? But I did say, I actually said this morning with Rich Jones on WOKV. I said, I wonder, predicting the future, if this team were to just have make the playoffs or whatever this year, but also in the next 2 years find some consistent winning with this new regime. If we come back to this week and say, this is what kind of turned it. This is what galvanized it. This is what it looked like. This is what has led to 3 years of consistent winning, which has been lacking for 25 years in Jacksonville. But again, we're always looking for those moments. I do, at least. I'm like, what's going to turn it? And is this one of those weeks? Is this a delineation of a week that we say, wow, now I remember that? and this could have gone this way. Instead, it went this way. And be fascinating to see. But that hit my ears a lot yesterday in the postgame. I was like, wow, this is pretty wild. And I'll also say this. I don't think he was like overly – that was a dominant win. And I felt like there was still a pissiness and edge to Cohen yesterday after the game. Not like this, we did it. This is like – he certainly ain't satisfied. So he carries that, which is good.
Let me ask you this. We're talking about Cohen 3 or 4 years down the line. Do you think the goal is that eventually that pissiness, that all that stuff, it rubs off on the players and like that's kind of the standard and that's the culture and he can kind of taper off some of that? Or will he always be like that?
I feel like he's always like that.
I feel like that would be him losing his edge.
Yeah. I think it's like you think about Belichick, he never changed. You think about Sabins of the world, he never changed. I'm talking about the great ones, guys. I'm not comparing William Cohen to that. I'm just saying if you're going to ask for, like we know who Jim Harbaugh is, he doesn't lose that. We think Dan Campbell, he doesn't. Nick Sirianni, he's got some weird stuff sometimes, but there's an edge to him as well. At least that's what they say inside. He's got them listening. I don't think you lose. Yeah, I don't think you lose that. I don't think you back off that. I think you learn how to deal with some of the highs and lows of that a little bit better.
Well, yeah,
as
that's
people
kind of
and players change too. Like there's a lot of things as you're talking and we're talking, and I'm like, all right, Austen doesn't love the fact that Cohen said what he said last week because he's concerned about how that's going to impact what the defense says inside the rooms and locker room.
And he was pretty complimentary the next press conference about the defense.
Yeah, I'm not telling you you're wrong, but I'm also telling you know that from a decade ago. How that would sit if somebody said that. Mm-hmm. How does it sit in 2025 might be different. Also, how it sits in 2030 might be different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think you have to balance that. You have to balance this ever-changing psychology of today's athletes, which, by the way, the next wave of athletes you're going to get in are guys that have made millions of dollars at the collegiate level. Mm-hmm. And nobody's ever had to deal with that before. Mm-hmm. So that's your next wave that you have to figure out how to coach, how to manage, what to say. But right now, it hasn't been we've thought a couple of times this year it might be a misstep from Liam Cohen to say things the way he said. And it really hasn't. It's actually rebounded very nice. Rebounded very nice off the Cincinnati game and rebounded pretty nice off this Houston game. Yeah. Take a break. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. Hey, don't forget to hit Bono's Pit Barbecue for lunch or dinner and around the holiday season as well. BonosBarbecue.com. Josh Hines Allen. Little fist bump for James Gladstone. And what a win for James Gladstone. Did I see somebody on Twitter say he was like at a bar after or dinner after?
Yeah.
And I think I saw that. And
bar or dinner is a difference.
Well, I think it was at an establishment that served both.
Okay, gotcha.
And he
restaurant.
And he took a picture with the fans and stuff like that.
Looked like Hoptinger to me.
I feel like a lot of guys end up just going home after a game. He was out there with the people.
Oh, I like him, man.
Hugs for everyone. Cook had an easy day. You get a paycheck for a day like that?
That's insane, man.
Not trying to steal your money, Logan. We'll be right back. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. And most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good. And the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week, and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest in cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School. Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Holy cow, Hamby, what the hell is going on?
We need a "you suck" chant. We deserve it.
Everybody was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
Well, we're now tied with them.
What games did we have?
We didn't have a lot of them, Brent.
So everybody picked Bama. That lost.
We picked Bama.
By the way, hey, Bama offense, what's
They can't run the ball for nothing.
What are we doing?
I mean,
I gave all the analysis, and I still picked Bama.
I think I tried to get you to go to Oklahoma.
I don't think you did. Not how I remember it.
I think I tried to get you to go Iowa.
Did you?
I know that was mad at us because we didn't go Iowa.
Right.
And then they're up 21-7. I'm like, son of a gun. And then they almost covered.
Yep.
Yeah, they won.
That's close.
They won by 5, and it was 6.5. And then we got Georgia. And,
sorry, Casey. Casey had Georgia too, and I took Texas.
Yep.
Texas is
That's bad.
Okay. not going to.
Hamby was right. No, I mean Hamby called it, man.
Georgia looks great.
Hamby's 1 for 10 in terms of like the lock of the week.
I've hit it every week.
Hamby, you've dropped a couple.
The dogs.
The one where I took it from you, where I said I'm taking the dog.
Yeah, that was Ole Miss. That was one.
Okay.
And then we got the Broncos.
Oh, Bama
wrong.
too. Bama. You said they're gonna crush Bama. Bama beat them.
Oh, that's
2. There you go. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Bills, Bucks. We took the Bucks. Broncos, Chiefs. We took the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean it's hard not to.
Yeah, Andy Reid after a bye. What was that about?
I know it,
dude.
Hey, it's over for the Chiefs, right?
And then they're playing the Colts at home this week.
Bro, did you see Travis Kelce's face? Like it looks like okay.
I think
all right, I'm going to get into that.
90.
I'm going to get that to a moment. Let's get to our Republic Services recycled headlines of the day. RecyclingSimplified.com. By the way, a huge win, as we all know, for the Jags, 35-6. They now have that tiebreaker over the Chargers and the Chiefs. 2 games back with the Colts on a bye week. So there's a lot to like. Now we wonder what's going to carry over. Arizona next, Tennessee after that, and then you come back for a huge game against Indianapolis. And again, this team has now given people reason to believe and hopefully have a December when they're at home where it's like really fun. And we've had some Decembers like that really recently. 17 was like that. 22 was like that. 23 was supposed to be like that early on, and it was until it wasn't. And now we get another one here in 2025. I mean, really, that's like 4 of them now in the last 9 years. That's pretty good for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
in my tenure here, there was one of them in the first 9 years I was here. So I feel good about this. And I feel like it's just nice that we feel like now that win, to me, solidified they're going to be in the mix. They almost have to be in the mix as long as they really just don't take a nosedive. And there's not a lot of evidence that they're going to do that anymore. Which is very nice. By the way, BJ Green, Danny Strigow, confirmed for Jags Report Live tonight at String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach. That'll be right here on the network at 7 o'clock, also on Fox 30. But come on out. I think we're going to have some fun with that. I know a lot of times you go for the star players on these shows. I was like, hey, this could be really fun. Have these 2 guys on. Their lockers like right next to each other, 2 undrafted rookie free agents, and both contributing these last couple of weeks, specifically yesterday, and one shot at the refs more. I know you mentioned it earlier. It's just a bad call. You take B.J. Green's first sack away, and heck, probably because of the penalty and everything, you might even get fined. You might lose money.
Well, I'm glad he's on the show tonight.
When's the next CBA?
Like 2030 or something, I think.
Okay. Hey, NFLPA. Yeah. Put it in the stipulation of the CBA that after every game, that the refs got to do a press conference. I get
that. Would it make
that.
You feel better?
Yeah.
It would, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, because number one, okay, for instance, the BJ Green play. Okay. Get in front of the podium. Hey, the BJ, what do you want him to do there, sir, in terms of that tackle and everything on Justin Herbert? Like, what do you think he should do better? Well, what is he going to say? I'll be honest. Looking back on it, probably wasn't the best call. Like, I think you humanize it a little bit. Yeah. Now, I get what they don't want to do it because they don't want to, like, oh, this is this guy's name, and, you know, like. But, like, if you're going to be a ref, and I don't know how much money you're making, whatever the case may be, but if you're going to be the ref, like, you have to be accountable for your calls. Like, we expect athletes to always be accountable for their actions.
Yeah.
But the people that govern the game can't be accountable?
And then I think you saw it with Smoot later in the game when he drove Lance back and had him for 4 steps.
Oh,
and
yeah, I didn't
Lance somehow got away. It's like, well, he doesn't want to be too harsh. He's going to get a penalty.
Yeah.
Sacked quarterback.
I will tell you this now. I thought I got a little – I probably turned more fan than journalist on the one for B.J. Green because I just thought it was the thing I hated about the B.J. Green one was that it literally came like 3 seconds, 4 seconds after the fact. So they had thrown the penalty on the illegal motion for the Chargers, and they hit this play, and the side judge comes in, and he's the one that throws it like late. It was almost like he checked to see if, first of all, Herbert was okay, and then he was like breathing because he got the wind knocked out of him. But usually
Herbert sold it. Herbert rolls up and does like that stupid plow yoga pose, and I think that's what did it.
I think so too.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it came in late. But it's the guy back like behind the play that could really see how big of a hit it was. Now listen, it looked violent. I'm not going to lie. It looked violent. But at the end of the day, he did what he's supposed to do. He didn't like pick him up. He just tackled him and then rolled off him. But I'll also admit this. I thought Trevor's was a bad call early. I went back and watched that this morning. I thought he did a good job of laying off Trevor on the slide. And I didn't realize that at first.
No,
I thought they missed that. And he hit him, but he kind of like pulls up and that's a tough play for a defender. We know that. So I thought that was a good no call. And live action, I did not think it was a good no call.
Yeah.
So listen, I think these calls are hard, but I didn't like the timing of that flag on BJ Green specifically. And also it was a 3-point play. They punted down to the 1-yard line. You would have the ball maybe at midfield, at least have a chance to kick a field goal at the end of the half.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it might have been a 3-point play. It wasn't guaranteed to be. Do you think the Jags got a break on the pass interference to Tim Patrick later in the game?
No, because the time about where he's holding the hand, no.
I thought it was a good call because I think he can't jump. I actually think that ball is a really good ball. It was just either Patrick or nobody else was going to get it, but he's not able to elevate. Yeah. I think because of the hand on the hip.
Wait, are we talking about the one in the end zone? The one in the other?
Zone.
Yeah, that one I thought was great. The other one I thought you could have made it. I think that's to Parker. That one, I mean.
I think the Parker one was solely the guy didn't play the ball at all.
Yeah. But I thought it was like such an overthrown ball that it didn't matter.
It wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way I think about these things too. It's like, all right, well, that was a nothing play. It wasn't even a contested play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let it go. I can see you just eating the whistle there.
Yeah. But is it, I mean, and I get, like, we have the teal-colored glasses on, so you've seen a lot of bad calls this year, but, like, you watch the Lions-Eagles game.
That was brutal.
What's going on with calls these? I feel like it's everywhere.
Hey, the Broncos got away with a false start on the huge play down to Franklin to set up the game winner. And that was against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And by the Chiefs got a horrendous call against the Chiefs here with the interception, but then they got like every call after that. So the Chiefs are not, no surprise here. A little bit of this is luck, and I don't really think it's rigged. I'm just saying it's luck, where the Chiefs got a bunch of calls last year. They went 11-0 in one-score games. They don't seem like they're getting those calls as much this year, and they're 0-5 in one-score games. Welcome to the NFL. You know, that's the league. And that's what I like about the Jags the most this year is like they feel like they're part of the league. They're playing a bunch of games in one-score games, and they're winning some, and you lose a couple. But that's the way the league operates. Now, Denver's winning them all, and the Chicago Bears are winning them all.
Yeah.
Word is because the new pope is from Chicago.
Ah.
There you go.
Bringing a little religion into it. There you go, Brent. Nice.
I saw somebody say that. I thought it was kind of funny.
I got you.
I want to throw out another recycled headline sponsored by Republic Services. The Jaguars signed Juan Thornhill to their practice squad.
Yeah.
Normally practice squad, I don't know if that would make the recycled headlines. But this is a savvy vet. This is a guy I had heard of. A lot of years, 7 years in the league, Chiefs, Browns I remember him with, and then this year with the Steelers. So he's a safety. He's played 96 regular season games, 10 playoff games. So potential more depth. What does that mean for Eric Murray's injury? Who knows? But it's a veteran that is now on the Jaguars practice squad.
Raise the floor a little bit.
Yeah, and does that mean something about Eric Murray long term?
And one more thing. He was the Steelers starter, one of their starters at the beginning of the year. I'm not sure if there was an injury, but gradually lost playing time, and then they got Kyle Duggar 3 weeks ago, and ever since then, that was when Thornhill was waived.
Okay.
So since he's been waived, the Steelers are playing better defense?
Yes.
I mean, okay, that's kind of.
Well, he's waived for a reason.
No, but the Steelers have been playing a lot better defense recently.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know what this does. It's we'll see. We'll see. I do think. I wonder if Jordan Lewis comes back this week too on the defensive side of the ball. I thought they needed him back, and then Sunday it didn't look like they needed him back. But I think getting him back would be nice.
Do we know Newsome?
Everybody keeps asking about Newsome. He went out really early in that game. The way I saw him I don't know to answer your question. Liam Cohen's talking any minute. He's supposed to talk about 15, 20 minutes ago, but it was pushed back.
That's going to matter necessarily for the injuries.
Yeah, probably won't give too much. But the way I watched Newsome, like just on the sideline, once he got ruled out of the game, I felt pretty good that it's not super long term. And maybe he's back. But I feel pretty good about the injuries I saw yesterday. That means absolutely nothing because you just never know. The fact
that Braswell was in there that much, and they still did nothing.
I know. Played well. But again, these guys are getting their opportunity and stepping up.
You did.
You know? And you like that. You like a little bit of that. Hey, let's around the league real quick. So you think the Chiefs are done?
No, I mean, I was being a little more...
not done, but I mean, you think it's going to be... Listen, they have lost. They have lost to the Chargers, the Bills, and the Jags. So 3 teams they're competing with in the wild card. They have lost to, and they're now 3 games out in the West. Like they're even Patrick Mahomes said yesterday, they're not catching Denver most likely. So this becomes a wild card situation, and they've lost the tiebreaker to 3 of those wild card teams right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't look great for the Chiefs, but I was being a little more sarcastic. Like you can't count them out yet, but that game yesterday was a game like I felt like in the past they've won. We want to talk about same old Jags or this feels different.
Yeah,
like this feels different for the Chiefs.
It does,
and it feels different for a long time because go back 5, 6, 7 years, they win that game yesterday.
At 59 rushing yards.
Yeah, well, I mean that's always kind of been. I mean. Yeah, but when have they been a great rushing team?
Usually against the Jags only.
Jags only. Well, let me ask you this, Brent.
So will they make the playoffs or not? What do you think?
I still feel like they'll find a way. But let me ask you this. They play the Colts next week in Kansas City.
Yeah.
One would say it's a must-win game.
It feels like a must-win game.
If the Colts beat them, are you going to give Colts their flowers finally? Where it's like they might be the real deal?
I would I think the Colts have a chance to get their flowers this whole stretch.
I don't even know what the spread is right now. I'm taking Chiefs all day.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
To be honest with you guys, this helps the Jags out regardless this game.
Whoever loses, the Chargers
unless they tie or something.
Well,
here's the rest of the Chargers schedule. They are hosting the Raiders.
This is the Chargers.
This is the Chargers.
So that's an 8 win.
Okay. Then they are hosting the Eagles.
Let's say they lose
on Monday night. Then, here's the big one. They're at the Chiefs.
Okay, let's say they lose.
At Dallas.
Win.
I mean, yeah, probably.
That's 9 wins.
Hosting the Texans.
I would think right now win.
And then the last game is at Denver.
And it might not matter for Denver at the time. That's going to be tricky. So that could be 10 to 11 wins if it plays out the way we just said.
That's what I'm saying. But like they only say they lose to the Eagles at home. And they lose to Kansas City. Then at that point, with 3 games to go, they would have the same record with the Chiefs having the tiebreaker. And then it would be up to the last 3 games. And they'd have to go at Dallas, hosting Houston, at Denver.
It's beautiful for the NFL right now. These teams that are all in the mix, a lot of them play each other. The beauty about the Jags is they don't really play anybody that's directly in the mix now, other than the Colts. The Colts are the team that they actually play that are in the mix in the AFC South. So
the better question is, are the Ravens done?
The who? The Ravens?
Yes.
No.
No, the Ravens have an easy schedule the rest of the way.
I mean, they got 2 hard games, I thought.
Well, they play Pittsburgh twice still, I think.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to come. Pittsburgh, they can
at Green
pass.
Bay, though.
Oh, they play New England, too.
Okay. Again, a lot of this is hard to predict because the last game or two, you just don't know where people are at. And like if Denver and New England are that last game, might not matter. Like,
well, especially now we're talking about cold weather in Green Bay, cold weather, running the football. Like,
I think we've got another chapter to this NFL season. I don't think any of this stuff is set. Go look at the Miami Dolphins schedule. If they go figure it out,
Brent, shame on you.
4-7.
Brent, shame on you. We're not going to put the Dolphins in the
next 2 games. What
Saints and Jets
6-7
at Pittsburgh, then hosting Cincinnati.
8-7?
No. At Pittsburgh?
Without Aaron Rodgers? Maybe?
Okay, I'm not willing to say that.
Bro, I'm not playing this game.
That the Dolphins, one of the most
they just mollywopped the Bills last week.
Doesn't matter.
Had a fire
about
sale.
As inconsistent as it comes. They're not winning 6 games in a row. I don't care who they're playing.
Did you see McDaniel last night or yesterday?
Yeah.
And by the way, they finished the season with Tampa Bay and at New England. So if New England,
New England game,
I understand
they're going to be, they're fine.
Listen, I'm not sitting here I'm not going to die on a Miami Dolphins hill. I'm just telling you, we've got another chapter of this story, and they might be part of the story. They could factor back into this thing.
I can't believe it.
Which would be the ultimate saving of a job by McDaniel if he does it. They shouldn't even have won yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? They got handed that game, but
they said Tua's their guy going forward, right? They just come out and say that?
Oh, did they say
I think so. Yeah, I read that someplace.
The Jets just came out and said that they're going to start Tyrod.
Oh, they are?
Not even injury related for Fields.
Wow.
That's your guy, right, Brent?
That's my guy.
That's Brent's guy.
That's my
well,
guy.
now let's have are the Jets
come down here in December?
Are the Jets back in it?
Tyrod Taylor.
I mean,
I retire.
Are the
Everybody
Jets
call me
back in
Tyrod, but
Jets playing the Ravens.
My mama call me Tyrod.
Jets playing the Falcons without Penix. Jets playing the Dolphins.
Right,
Could the Jets be back in it, Brent? Play the Saints.
Here's, one thing in all the Trevor discourse and everything else is this been a really strange year for quarterbacks in the NFL. We were talking about this in a break. The passing offense is
not good.
Well, it's a lot of times not good, but it's
not
also
consistent.
all over the place. Like yesterday, I did. Jared Goff was 14 for 37. 14 for 37. And a lot of it was dump off stuff to Gibbs that worked.
Yeah.
Because he had 255 yards. But 14 for 37, guys, for a guy that's like an MVP candidate the last couple of years is insane. And Jalen Hurts was 14 for 28. Now, you can give flowers to the defense, that's fine, but that's still very poor in terms of a pitch and catch. Then you go on the flip side of it, and you get Bryce Young to throw for 445 and Jacoby Brissett to throw for 448. Like, what in the world is going on? And, like, Mahomes was really getting hot, and now the last 2 weeks he hasn't been great. He's struggling a bit. Josh Allen looked like he was in a bit of a funk, and then he breaks out of it after the early interception, and he runs for 3 and throws for 3, so maybe he's back. Lamar Jackson looked very normal yesterday. I know he's just kind of getting back into it, but that was against Cleveland. Very good defense. But still, like, where are we at with these quarterbacks? Bo Nix was about to be, like, shipped to Alaska last week, and now he beats the Chiefs. Thought he made some really big plays. What I'm trying to tell you is, and this isn't like a defense of Trevor, this is a reality of the quarterback play is kind of all over the place this season, even from some of the stars.
Yeah, I mean, Hamby, I think we started the show off. Well, when was this? This would have been last Friday when I opened the show. I guess I owe Drake May an apology because I said he didn't look like an MVP to me because it's kind of boring and everything. Maybe boring is what you got to be because boring could get you an MVP at this point with his numbers. So. My bad, Drake. Just because it was the most exciting game that you didn't, have the biggest passing yard game doesn't mean that you didn't play good because you were consistently better than Patrick Mahomes, Sam Darnold, and everybody else. So, my bad, man.
Yeah. It's just wild. I don't know what it all means. I don't know what Jacoby Brissett you're going to get this week against the Jags. I'm not sure. But I think that's created a lot of this, like, what is going on in the NFL as well, because the quarterback play seems to be very inconsistent. And what's it going to look like for the last 7 weeks of the season as these games mean more, but also, like you said, the weather starts to become a bit of a factor too. And maybe the Jags being able to run the football could be a very big thing if they can do this. They're not going to play a lot of cold weather games. Just saying, at this point of the season, be able to run the football seems ultra important. I think more teams are going to try to protect their quarterbacks a little bit with some of this inconsistent play. Sure. So that safety blanket of the run game. All right, timeout. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Hey, don't forget to get the Best Bet Jacks this month. Looking for something to do around the Thanksgiving holiday and family in town, or get away from the family. How about check out bestbetjacks.com, St. Augustine, Orange Park, and Monument Road. Sign up for some of the fun things they have going on around the holiday season. Just check it out at bestbetjacks.com. Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection.
Let's talk more about those gutters. And to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner. He's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground. The water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar, grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right? That's right. So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Wagers on the weekend. I didn't even look up mine. We get X's now next to our name?
An X means you have had the dartboard before.
Oh, that's what that means.
Oh, okay.
I think we should make that red or something. Can you do that in that system?
I can try.
But Austin got the win with Slovakia.
Oh, yeah, man.
With a late goal.
Yep, late goal, and then I forgot what else I've been parlayed that with.
You had
it was
USC
basketball, which
and
wasn't
Oregon
even a sweat.
football.
Wasn't a sweat either.
Yeah. I don't know what I didn't even look at my Sunday one, so I don't know where I lost. But
I had the Chargers. I also just I was lad 2 catches away from hitting my prop.
Hey, Hammy, nothing like because you guys took Clemson too, right? Or no, I'm sorry, you took Louisville.
I had Louisville, yeah.
Yeah, so nothing like getting that Friday start off right. No, you're not going to go into the weekend with a couple wins.
So terrible. They had every opportunity to win that game too.
Yeah.
Let's see what I get.
By the way, I hate college football. Like, I'm done betting it.
It's way harder to bet the NFL.
See, well, props, mate. I mean, I don't know.
It's way harder.
What was the Ravens-Browns score?
You hit that. I think it was 46, and you had 47.5.
So what did I not get? Josh Jacobs, did he not get over 64 yards?
40 yards.
He had 40?
Mm-hmm. Because he's out. Like, he got hurt.
He got hurt. I got everything else, too. I won the Packers, the under 44 in the Titans game, over 40 in the Bengals game. Dang it. Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I had Jameis over 200 yards, and he had 201 and a pick, and he threw that with a couple minutes to go. So that was great. And I had Sam Darnold's over and Ladd first quarter over 5 yards. That hit, but he only had 3 catches, not 5. So
Ladd McConkey, I mean, it's just amazing how quiet those guys were on offense, all of them.
Didn't do anything.
They're so worried about it.
Say how small he looked on the field, too.
He did. He didn't flex, did he?
Let him know.
He did not
He looked like a guy in Section 119 fighting for a T-shirt.
Nice.
And not the guy that got it.
Nice. No. Oh, come
on. This is how it happened.
We don't know how that played out.
This is from Daniel Griffiths. He writes about this today on ActionSportsJax.com. You want to read more in depth because it's fun to read about all the success of the Jags. The stats are almost mystifying to see some of the stats that we got. 4 rushing touchdowns in the game. First time since 2009 Jaguars have done that. This was a top 5 defensive performance in terms of total yards. The Chargers' fewest yards in over 20 years. My man Doug Flutie was the quarterback at that time. And then look at the Jaguars' rushing attack. Just incredible. And they did not punt in the football game for the first time since 2010. Again, this stuff has been hard to come by. Like, we just don't see this. We've had some good performances in Jacksonville, but you really just don't see this. And that 50% pressure rate, they answered the bell against a weaker offensive line, but they answered the bell. Any idea how good Arizona's offensive line is? I don't really have a good feel for it.
I assume probably better than the Chargers.
Yeah, and then Tennessee is whatever, right? I think they've given up a ton of sacks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this might be an opportunity to get on a roll, and then you got to go up against the Colts eventually, and that's a good offensive front. So,
good news about the Cardinals. Sorry to cut you off. They can't run the ball.
Yeah, they don't run the ball at all.
So,
that's why he's throwing it 50 times.
Well, yeah.
Who's even running the football?
Well, it's Bam Knight and DeMarcado. So you should be able to make them one-dimensional.
Is the guy coming back though? What's his name? Is it Trey something?
Benson is not.
Benson's not come back yet?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Why not? I mean, he's on IR. I don't know if he's eligible to come back yet or not. Okay.
I don't believe so.
Gotcha.
I know Jonah Williams is a tackle for them who's out. I don't know if he's good or not, but I believe he was a starter at some point in the year.
I mean, the stars are aligning, Brent, once again. Like, you talk about injuries and everything and appendicitis for Marvin Harrison Jr.,
it's
must be a Jaguars game week.
You get some of that. Like, in good seasons, you get some of that.
Yeah.
You get some of those kind of breaks. And the Jags have got some of those breaks.
Yeah.
They haven't taken advantage of all the breaks, but they've got some of those.
Hey, and props to them because they've skyrocketed now from being the last in the league in quarterback sacks to third to last. But it's improvement.
They are actually, I think I saw they are a
By the way, do you know
2-point favorite.
Do you know who's dead last right now in quarterback sacks on defense?
Well, it was the Jags until last week, right?
Correct.
Jags are up at 15. They had the same amount now as Myles Garrett.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Let's show with that. Hammy, you know who's in dead last? Surprising. And they've also played in 11 games, so they haven't had a bye yet.
Eagles?
I guess maybe they've had a bye. No, not the Eagles. Eagles, no. Eagles have got a couple more.
Cowboys?
No, I thought I saw somebody surprising on there now that you say it when we were looking this up a couple of weeks ago. I think it's like the Chiefs.
And I mean, to be fair, I can't
Ravens?
really. Nope.
I don't
and
know.
They have a winning record, and they're in the hunt for a division.
Not the Packers, is it?
Nope.
No, it couldn't be. I don't know. Who is it?
Hammy, any more guesses?
No.
49ers.
Oh, yeah. Oh. 49ers defense is so beat up, right?
Other than, what's his name, who the Jags need to get sacks? Bryce Huff.
Oh, Bryce Huff, yes. Yep.
I think he's the only one with sacks for them.
Yeah. By the way, Purdy came back, looked pretty good as well, right?
Making his money, yeah.
Yeah. Any quarterback can play with Shanahan.
Well, except Trey Lance.
By the way, Bryce Huff has 4 sacks. Jags need, I think, him to have 8.
It's not. We figured that out. That was like an erroneous deal.
Really?
That's what the word is, that was not true.
By the way, I mean, once again.
But that was all the.
I know. It was all the talk, and there's still some people that say it, but I think it was debunked.
I have no idea. So how does it become a.
I don't think it does.
I
think that was the erroneous part.
So it's the second of those 4.
Yeah, because I remember pushing that out there, and then people were like, I missed it. I had missed it. It was like out there. I don't know if DeRocco put it out or something like that. Wasn't a thing.
Oh, so we no longer care.
No, we don't care about Huff anymore.
It's over.
For you, Huff.
Forget it.
From what I understand, we don't
Yeah.
care. Anyway, more on actionsportshacks.com from Daniel Griffiths, who obviously writes for us a few times a week. He'll have some more articles coming out this week, but a lot of good numbers. See that guy in the picture, by the way, 23? I thought he was all over the place yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he looked fast, was flying around, and, of course, everybody does on defense when you're having that kind of day, but I really thought Foye Oluokun jumped out to me and played excellent football like everybody else seemingly did on Sunday. It's hard to find anybody who didn't play good football. I'll give you another guy who played really good football yesterday for them, and he has been, you talk about maligned, is Walker Little. Like Walker Little looked like he had a hell of a game. And he has obviously people have been killing him lately. Real quick thought or two on college football. How about is Alabama losing to Oklahoma?
Yeah, man.
Where does that put? Does Oklahoma have a chance here? Texas is now.
No, Oklahoma's in. Like they're in.
Do they have 2 losses or 3?
F2.
Oh, they 2. Okay.
Because people were upset at Herbstreit
you're right.
This morning because he's talking about, Texas could still find a way in with losses, which I don't think he's wrong, but the timing of it's not good. Like, they need more people to lose. So
they have not earned any opportunity to be in that thing.
I agree.
They have not. They've looked like crap against Ohio State, mostly. They looked like crap against a lot of teams and were fortunate to win. They lost to Florida, and
they're not.
Anytime there's a good, again, they just got manhandled by Georgia. Like, I don't think they can do anything to say, oh, yeah, they should be in. There's nothing that says they should be in other than the fact that they're Texas and they were number 1 for some unknown reason to start the year.
What happens if they crush A&M?
Yeah, I just don't think they're in. I don't think they can get in.
Even if they crush A&M?
I'm telling you, I don't think so.
Okay.
But I bet people will fight for that. I don't get the fight.
People are upset also because Bama dropped to 10. And BYU is sitting there behind them with only 1 loss. So some people are upset that BYU is not ahead of them since they have 1 loss and Bama has 2.
How about Texas A&M? 30-3.
Oh, my God.
If they had got crushed there, they might have been in some serious trouble because they still play Texas.
I'm like, oh, here we go. Yep, this is that collapse that we've been clamoring for, that we've been waiting for. There's the Texas A&M we know and love. And then South Carolina.
Well, what that was I think South Carolina ran out of plays. They have a new
we don't know what to do anymore.
No, I'm not being facetious. They have a new play caller because they fired their OC 3-4 weeks ago. So this guy's calling plays for the first time. They come out with their opening script or their first 2 drives, and they have some short fields in there, and they score, and they get to the second half and legitimately have nothing.
Just give it a refresh then, huh? Run the same things you did in the
first. Maybe they tried and A&M made adjustments. But
I'll tell you what, I love the way college football is right now. I know I've been saying it for a while. I
Ole
love
Miss
it.
almost lost to Florida.
They almost lost, but they didn't, so they're right there. Oregon, look, you got it's Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M. Those are the solidified top three, and Georgia's playing really good football right now, like really, their best football, which isn't surprising with Kirby Smart, but they are playing really well.
Can Georgia win a national title?
Can they? Yes. Will they? No. Ole Miss at 10-1, Oregon 9-1, Texas Tech continues to get it done, dominated UCF 10-1. And then you got your two lost teams in Oklahoma,
got some money from that one, Hamby,
Notre Dame, Alabama, and if you want to keep going down, you got Vanderbilt, Utah, Miami, and Georgia Tech escapes. Huge win for Georgia Tech, and they're sitting there at 15, and it almost doesn't matter how you do it. See, that's what I kind of like now. Doesn't matter how you do it. It's survive. It used to be you got to win by 20 to make it look good and stay in the race. You don't really have to do that anymore, which I like. That part that's been taken out of college football for the most part. So I just think so much can happen here. You still think Tennessee all the way back at number 20 with 3 losses could?
I think no longer.
Oh, you don't think anymore? Okay.
No, they would have had to have Oklahoma lose. So no, I think Tennessee is now definitely out.
Hamby, I haven't seen the schedule for this up-and-coming Saturday. Is there not any good games at all? The fact they have to go back to Eugene for, like, the second time in 3 weeks for College game day?
It's not great. I mean, most of the SEC teams are playing
cupcakes.
Yeah, non-division. Like, Georgia's got Charlotte. And, there's a bunch. So, Missouri's got a good one this week. I think that's against A&M. It's not against A&M, is it?
I'm looking. By the way, the biggest loser of the week was South Florida.
Yeah,
lost to Navy.
Getting beat by Navy.
But USC Oregon obviously is that where game day's going? You said
game day is literally going back to Eugene. Like,
oh yeah, Missouri Oklahoma. So it's like Oklahoma just got in. Now could they just be right back out?
Is that that's a Norman too?
Yeah, it is in Norman.
They were in Norman too, weren't they?
By the way, they could have had fun with BYU Cincinnati if Cincinnati didn't lose.
That might have been the plan then, huh?
You know,
because their quarterbacks were awesome.
Yeah, their offense is fun. BYU obviously that would have probably been the play.
And who did Cincinnati lose to?
Arizona. Was it? I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah,
it was
you're
Arizona.
right. You're right.
Because I had them. I think.
You're right.
Yeah. Tennessee is at Florida.
Yeah,
which is only. I mean, it's a rivalry.
And game day was at Florida earlier this year for Texas, right? Weren't they?
No, game day had not been.
They hadn't been to Florida?
Yeah.
Must have been SEC Nation.
Maybe that's what it was.
And then one other one to potentially keep your eye on is Pittsburgh at Georgia Tech, because that has playoff. I mean, that does have playoff implications because of the ACC championship. Like, Georgia Tech needs to survive that one as well. Notre Dame, obviously, last week just crushed Pittsburgh.
Yeah, shout out to Notre Dame, man.
Again, yes, they're taking care of.
Style points don't mean anything, but that was a style point victory.
Yeah, on the road, in a situation where a lot of other teams probably would have slipped up, or at least they definitely took care of business.
All right, we're going to sneak one more break in. We come back, we'll give you an update on what Liam Cohen had to say today at his news conference just happened moments ago, and get you set for the rest of the week as still enjoying a Jags win here, 35-6. The Jaguars get it done over the Chargers. Brent and Austen Show on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, we have what you need.
Get a Moto Guzzi Stone Corsa for just $235 a month, or a Triumph Trident for as low as $207 a month, or the popular Honda Rebel 1100 DCT starting at a low $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from all of our great brands, only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
We've been telling you about the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network for over a year now. How to find it, what to see. Simply put, it's TV online. Local sports content all day, every day. Just like this.
Did you always want to make history, like think that big, or just say, hey, I want to play in the NFL?
I always say I wanted to play in the NFL.
Cuts it back to her left side, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass.
And they have been. We've been talking, we've been articulating.
I did have a sense that they wanted to be bold, that they wanted to make a splash.
It's content you won't find on TV. Find it on actionsportsjacks.com and just sit back and watch local sports all day on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
What's been going on?
We're both dealing with a lot of guilt right now.
Can't sleep, can't eat.
See
that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe? We only paid $100 for it.
Looks like we're out of time. Breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale.
Enjoy the new car.
Okay, thanks.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get a Hyundai Santa Fe with 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 bonus cash. Hurry in.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game.
We show no mercy.
Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown! ETN is going to take it all the way.
Right here on CBS 47. CBS 47.
Right here.
Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
You have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Colt Tilly, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
We were just talking about something in the break, and again, I think this comes off as like a knock on Jags fans. It's not. It's just that that place was like, I don't know what the capacity, I don't know what the ticket was yesterday, but it wasn't full. For one game in a 56-day stretch on a beautiful afternoon for a 5-4 game, again, coming off something that didn't feel great, I understand. Like it wasn't a huge crowd. Let's just say that. Fair enough. It wasn't a huge crowd.
There was a lot of tickets available from what I was looking at. Yes.
And so
did y'all ever buy the capacity that they put out on ESPN?
But they'll never say, like they say season ticket, like they say tickets distributed were 58,000 yesterday, and that's a low number. Usually they'll say 60,000, 62,000, something like that. When you're in the 50s for tickets distributed, that's a low number. Mm-hmm. So again, this is not a knock on. I know better than to just. I'm not calling out Jags fans. What I'm saying is this is on the heels of last week when I told you, and I was really like, it opened my eyes. Houston was empty last week. And it was a 3-5 football team at the time. They didn't have C.J. Stroud. But that's a team that has won 6 out of the last 9 division championships and back-to-back. They have won. That is not like a team that's been terrible or anything like that. And they have stars. They've got the number 1 defense in the league.
Yeah.
You know? And there weren't people there. There just weren't. And I was just telling on a very lower level, I went to Mandarin High School the other day for a playoff game. And it was like empty for a playoff game, in my opinion. And it's just hitting my mind like, are people getting tired of going to games, football games? Or is the cost, again, not Mandarin High School, but is the cost of these NFL games so extreme based on today's inflation, economy, everything else? I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I've been surprised at, outside of the Chiefs game this year, the crowds at the Jags games have been, in my opinion, pretty surprisingly low. I know they've got to earn people back and everything else, but there have been games where I'm just like, wow, I thought there would be more people here. And there haven't been. But it's not just a Jags thing is my point. I wonder if you look around other stadiums like Houston and other places, you're seeing crowds that are a little below what you're normally used to seeing. And I'm just curious the why.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, right, like that Texans game, I think, left a lot of bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So that may
that didn't give you a lot of confidence.
That may have a little effect to it. But I will be curious to see, and we'll see how the Arizona game goes and everything. But when you come back home, then take on the Colts, or we'll be next then, right?
The Colts, it could set the table for a massive football game. Where you would think,
you would hope people won't want to come out, especially because, I mean, against a divisional opponent who's at the top right now, who, once again, playoff implications. Yeah, you hope people show up for that game.
But the tickets are expensive, man. Like, again, that's a real deal thing. Is the NFL, not Jacksonville only, is the NFL starting to outprice some of its audience? Yet, Hamby, you watch a lot of college football.
I haven't seen any dip. Noticeable.
You haven't seen any dip in the SEC.
Correct.
Or at least in your traditionally good. Like, I got to feel like Ole Miss, Kiffin said this the other day, they're 9-10-1.
It was the Citadel, though.
I get it, but if you go play Georgia Southern in Gainesville for a terrible football team, there's still 90,000 there. Why not at Ole Miss when you're 9-1 or 8-1? Like, I don't know that. Is that just not enough tradition? Not a big fan base? Is that Citadel?
We'll get a good idea this week when Georgia plays the Charlottes and Alabama, I think, plays Eastern Tennessee and all, we'll see.
Yeah, so anyway, it's just a curiosity of mine. And let's see, watching Utah State game Saturday, there were maybe 5,000 in attendance. Glenn, I don't know if Utah State usually gets a lot. I'm not sure. I was really struck by the Houston one last week. I know we have this conversation sometimes in Jacksonville. There are a lot of season ticket holders lost after last year that they're trying to earn back. But I don't know if that's the only thing is what I'm getting at. I wonder if cost is a real thing, because if you look at the prices to go to these games, is the NFL in danger of outpricing? And what you see is a game in Spain where it's full, or London full, or a primetime game that everybody watches and it's full. Well, I think those are easy games to sell. People love to go to an event. They'll pony up for that. But are they going to pony up for every Sunday? That's a little bit different, and I think we're seeing some of that. And I'm going to be real curious in December here in Jacksonville. I think this will because, listen, they're going to be in position to go to the playoffs. That game against the Colts is going to be a massive football game. And I know people love the Jags. I know there's plenty of people that love the Jags. But are they going to go to that football game? We wondered a little bit earlier in the year, was construction a little bit a part of this? This time around, the fair, was that a little bit a part of this? And that was a real deal traffic headache? So
no, it was a nightmare.
There might be contributing factors to at least the one in Jacksonville. But I'm just starting to wonder on a bigger level, is this I'm going to sit at home. We wondered we'd get this 10 years ago, 15 years ago with 72-inch TVs.
Yeah.
Are we now getting it?
I mean, listen, I'm not naive to the fact because I do the pregame show, right? So I get better parking than a lot of people do, and I don't have to pay for the parking, which is nice. It's pricey, man. Like if you're bringing a family, you pay for the tickets. Number one, that's a good sum of money. You pay for the parking. Concession stands aren't cheap. Like that adds up. And if you want to do that, whatever 7-8 times a year, like
Absolutely.
I think if you're winning, it's going to help things out a lot, right? And once again, if you have a good showing against the Cardinals and you come back home, hopefully that's a difference maker. But yeah, I'm going to be the last person that's going to go, hey, like what's up with this? Because I get the privileges of doing the pregame show, so I have to be here a lot earlier. But like I can take my son with me in the building and everything, and it helps me out a lot.
Two things for y'all. So if you whether you take the 58,000 attendance at face value or whatever, there was only one game yesterday that was less tickets distributed, and that was the Titans. They had 56 hosting the Texans. I will say this, though. The home opener for the Jags against Carolina, the ticket says 59,957. So it's 1,500 tickets difference. That's nothing. In the grand scheme of things.
I was alarmed by the Carolina crowd, to be honest with you. I thought with the new regime, with the Travis Hunter stuff, with the opener of a football in a football crazy area, that I thought that would be more full. Sure. And then I was kind of alarmed by the Houston game, where it was a big game. They had come off 1-1 start, giving you a little, hey, this team's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
It was. Now, Houston doesn't get a lot of people excited. The division doesn't get people excited in Jacksonville that much.
Brent, remember the Vegas game, though? Like, I thought that was decently full, but not all the way.
It wasn't all the way.
But all things considered, though, it's not like the Raiders are a great football team.
But the Vegas game is a little bit different to me because it's a destination. You know what I mean?
And still newer
for people and
stadium.
newish one. Okay. Yeah. So I'll tell you another one that wasn't packed. San Francisco. And they have great fans when they travel. I was in San Fran, and that wasn't like packed to the gills. So this is not just a Jacksonville thing, in my opinion. I wonder if it's a little bit more of an NFL thing or maybe a sports thing. I'm just curious. I don't have the answers. I'm just curious about what I've seen so far this year. It's a shade alarming to me. And I wonder if people want to go. But again, economy, other things, there's all different things that factor into this. All right, we're out of here. BJ Green, Danny Strigow on the show tonight. I think we're going to have some fun. Hope you can watch 7 o'clock, Jags Report Live, String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach. We'll be back at it tomorrow right here on the Brent and Austen Show. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. And most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant. or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jags Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jags Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side